I just need a little faith in the Most High. He order all the steps I take. Time to get weary, but I gotta keep the pace. The clock is ticking, day of the Lord ain't gon' wait. But yeah, I will walk the water for your grace. Grace. But yeah, I will walk the water for you. Daily reflection got me vexed about my ways. Did not reproach myself, this flesh I can't escape. Put myself in check, Nike tracksuit in this case.
Y'all gotta tap into what this truth is really about. This truth is about making you perfect. Cause you could be that. Yahawashi, he ain't put your food in the dark and then keep the plate. He said, be ye perfect like your Father in heaven is perfect. Why did he say that? Cause you can do it.
Number times he had blessed me like in forest counting trees. Yeah, how a light is judgment, bring it to your knees. And it's a thin line, but you just
and your hope should be the Lord. David was one of the mightiest of them. And he even said, my goals are weak, even without you, Lord. I have no power. So what made David strong? What made him untouchable, unscathed? His trust in the Lord.
For the nation over us men that were base. They pervert the truth, they full of hate, they reprobates. Truth he made us all, but us in
Matthew 10 and 34. Think not that I am come to send peace on earth.
That's very key. The Bible says, think not that he came to send peace on earth. A lot of people think Jesus Christ is coming down with babies, naked babies, and arrows shooting hearts at people and giving hugs. That's not, no. He said, think not that I come to send peace. When we read Isaiah 63, it said, Jesus' garment is going to be filled with blood.
McIntyre congregations rebel. Yeah, I see it. The wicked prosper, don't get caught up with the allure. A constant thought is one, our nation gon' get restored. Search for the answers, keep the laws at the end, endure. Yeah, endure. All the advices in the book that the fool won't visit. And wisdom show herself the few and the most won't get it. A wise man said, is this for sure or are you committed? Yeah, I'm in this. I'm putting bricks in for myself, you make your decision. The map is laid, I took the step, you trust your improvisions. A mustard seed of faith, now watch it grow up through the ceiling. And the Most High, he order all the steps I take. Time to get weary, but I gotta keep the pace. The clock is ticking, day of the Lord ain't gon' wait. But yeah, I will walk the water for your grace.
Thank you for watching. You can support the body via CashApp or PayPal. You can also support the channel by joining our Patreon for exclusive videos and content that can't be found anywhere else. We're the Sons of Thunder. It's our heart's prayer and desire for Israel that they might be saved. Shalom.
See is pain, my people see the same. They locked us down in chains, we just praying for a change. They knocked us off the throne and stripped the earth of our names. My heritage I claim, I just pray they do the same. Cause if they only knew that we the true Jews. But if they only knew that we the true Jews. If they only knew that we the true Jews. But if they only knew that we the true Jews. You saved us from Egypt and Moses was a leader. Next 40 years, angel food is what you feed us. You passed me down the law mindset of a leader. I took a blood oath and promised my kids they'll keep it, so we celebrate the Passover, kill the firstborn. You played the land of Egypt, no mercy was shown. For agriculture, finance, the system was torn. When you drown them in the sea and left their city in mourning, now I'm mourning. And one the semblance of a sign, no we blind. Messiah put spitty clay in my eyes in times. They wondering which way is the God, so we die. Not knowing his always way to the light, which is Christ. So I fight different stereotypes, parasites. My life ain't worth from paradise, real life. They think it's all a joke, Harlem Nights inside. They hate us cause we the Israelites. Cause if they only knew that we the true Jews. But if they only knew that we the true Jews. If they only knew that we the true Jews. But if they only knew that we the true Jews. Can't shake hands with you, I make grand justice. Came with the same spirit as my ancient ancestors. We rebuking in the gate, ain't sparing now nigga. They looking for a sign like when Christ transfigured. But prophecy is the sign mind, which reminds we as children. Cause even Moses' time still describe how we living. We stricken with the curse and got the body of Egypt. I'm lifting up her skirt, exposing these all secrets. Cause they whitewash history, distorted the pericope. Destroyed our congruency, the love between you and me. Put us at the low and then rewarded all lunacy. Wicked of the earth, and if not, then who it be? Damn, I need a moment, just let me breathe. Nigga spiritual about freedom, they'll never see. Damn, I need a moment, just let me grieve. Got to be one speak, twice, man, don't perceive. Rock star, trap star, hood stars and block stars. Jewish conglomerates make it bang off of our scars. Madam Walker, Leach Parker, Thomas Marshall, George Carver. Jewish conglomerates making bank off of our smarts. All we see is pain, my people see the same. They locked us down in chains, we just praying for a change. They knocked us off the throne and stripped the earth of our names. My heritage I claim, I just pray they do the same. Cause if they only knew that we the true Jews. But if they only knew that we the true Jews. If they only knew that we the true Jews. But if they only knew that we the true Jews.
Yeah, we.
It's the chef. Baby. I was born in 85, but I'm like 97 big. Bad boy, ready to die, but now I prefer to live. Was ready to take a life, but now I prefer to give. Bring a cease to my sins, keep the faith for my kids. Francis in the flesh, I'm back here. Homie, get out my chair. I'm back live, baptized, rap guys. With the laws of Moses, graced by Jesus. Cherry red M3s, how I display fruits to the masses. Over their heads like bad passes. The potter made me clay like cashews. Still slicker than your average. Chefy Smalls keep it slaw like cabbage. Breaking down the walls like the law spelled backwards. No episode, no theatrics. Killing everything you in. No Patrick, shit's graphic. Who touching the kid like sick Catholics? Chef Free the Savage, flows classic.
I think my music is being so well received because it's just some real shit, you know. It ain't like I said, it ain't no gimmicks behind this shit, you know. I'm just a nigga that live in Brooklyn that get busy, you know what I'm saying? The shit I be talking about don't be no bullshit. There be some shit that I've been through. I mean, I'm not trying to be no role model, nobody. I'm not trying to tell nobody what's right and what's wrong because I live my life doing wrong. All I can say is if you just listen to my shit and you be like, damn, nigga been through some hard shit. And if you think about getting involved in it, think twice, you know. I'm just somebody.
Shalom, family. First and foremost, I have to give all praises, all glory, and all honor unto the Most High God, Yahweh. Of course, I do so in the name of His only begotten Son, Yahawashi, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. It's your brother Ariala of Sakari, and I am excited to present to you, the nation of Israel, the official Hebrew Israelite Bible. Now, this has been the culmination of 4 long years of hard work, and it is available for purchase at HIBofficialzion.com. Get yours today.
Shalom, I'm Sister Mayan, a student ambassador for the Spiritual Midwifery program. Spiritual midwifery has changed my perspective in a positive way when it comes to birth work. It has made me confident that I'm taking on the role that the Most High has chosen me for. I feel as though it has provided me with the right tools to better serve my current clients as a doula and future clients as a midwife. What makes spiritual midwifery stand out more than other trainings and programs is that it's much more personable. Just being able to learn with and learn from sisters that are like-minded brings out a level of closeness and spirituality that could not be achieved by anything not ordained by the Most High. I can definitely feel His presence every time class meets. I would definitely recommend the program to other Hebrew women pursuing midwifery. It's such a joy to learn from another Hebrew sister and also have a community of sisters to learn with that face the same daily struggles that we face in life.
Welcome to Pillars of Rest, where you can find special material for our sisters, by our sisters. This is a Sons of Thunder exclusive platform focused on building, encouraging, uplifting, and engaging with the daughters of Zion. Here you'll find personalized and interactive content geared towards showing what it truly means to be a pillar of rest. Interviews, scripture breakdowns, tips on motherhood, marriage, and testimonials are just the beginning of the many things to learn from and enjoy in this program. Welcome to the Truth of Yah. The Truth of Yah's board game's mission is to humble the world in the truth of Yah. The Truth of Yah's board game's vision is to build up the poor man and woman in spirit. Many people are deceived by lies, deceit, fraud, pride, forward mouth, arrogance, and evil ways. The poor in spirit are attacked daily. The vision to build up the spirit is to cause people only to walk in the ways of Yahweh, just as his son Yahawashi and the prophets did, by not just speaking the word, but by putting every word Yahweh spoke into action.
We're the Sons of Thunder Israelites, and it's our heart's prayer and desire that you all get the Truth of Yah game.
Use our discount code SOT for additional savings.
Shalom. All right, let's play, man. Let's get it going, man.
Hey, shalom, Yasha Allah.
Shalom.
Yahawashi, Yahawashi. Rock a thumb to all the Akim, Shamara thumb to the sisters that's in the chat. I see my Pillars of Rest live in effect in the chat, man. Shout out to the sisters of Pillars of Rest. Shout out to all the brothers and everybody, man. Shout out to everybody that's tuned in watching the episode of Bar4Bar. You know, we got our usual host, man, Captain Yaquab, Captain Aharon, right? Soldier Nakawisha and Soldier Asher Allah, man, in the building, right? Water for everybody that's tuned in. Let me bring the calendar back up. Let's do some quick announcements real quick, some house cleaning, right? So y'all see the calendar. June 5th is the third month. That's the next new moon. June 5th, right? That's the next new moon. But before the next new moon, we got the makeup Passover, which will be May 21st through May 27th. And, you know, when you go into the numbers, the book of Numbers, right, you'll see the reason on why you would have had to do a makeup Passover concerning, right, if you touched a dead body or was in any situation around a dead body, you would have to do the makeup Passover. Then we got Feast of Simon Maccabees on the 29th of May. And then we got Pentecost on the 15th, right? Feast of Pentecost on the 15th, man. It's going to be a glorious time in Atlanta. I see a lot of brothers, they telling me they're going to Atlanta. So that might be the move, man. That 3 times a year we got to show up, right? 3 times a year. So we have to figure something out. I know we just went for Passover. Hey, you got to pull up again. Right? So May 15th, you know, make sure if you want to come to the Feast of Pentecost, make sure you RSVPing now. How many people's coming? And a generous donation, right? If you can. All right. I think that's it on what's the feast that's coming up. We also got for the sisters, the Pillars of Rest, right? If any sisters want to join the Pillars of Rest, then an email, and we can get you plugged in with that. Y'all see the sisters that's in the chat that's putting the Pillars of Rest. You know, all these sisters are our Pillars of Rest. Beautiful sisters, man, right? That's gonna help build and grow the truth, right?
That's right.
The men had their boots on the ground, but for the sisters got the heels on the ground, man. Right? The sisters, you know, helping the truth out in the ways that they can. They like Deborah. What did Deborah say, man? Her heart was toward the government of Israel, man. That's the that's the model for the Pillars of Rest. Your heart is toward the government of Israel, meaning you trust in the leadership, right? You trust in the leadership to make the proper decision, right? When it comes to the scriptures and when it comes to just life in general. Also, go ahead, King.
In talking about the first fruits coming up, you know, we talked a lot during the preparation of the Passover. So if you looked over your time in your preparation, you should be able to see whether or not you prepared well. If a brother can get Proverbs 22 and 29,
Bring it
So
up.
in preparation, man, you gotta prepare for these feast days. So as you start this new year, man, your preparation should be for next year, because you should already have been prepared for this year.
Mm-hmm.
And you'll see those that have addicted themselves to the truth, hey man, they prepared well in advance. So going and traveling to Atlanta shouldn't be a burden, because you're diligent in it. Go ahead and bring that out if you got it.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 22 and verse 29. Seest thou a diligent man in his business?
So this should be your business. This is our vocation. This is our business. So we got to be diligent in it, and that includes preparation. So if you know, hey, first fruits is coming up, oh man, I gotta start setting some money aside so I can get that travel done. I gotta have a place to stay. Hey, if I can only afford to make it there and make it back, hey, Salakia, brother, hey, you got an extra bed, you got a couch, sister, you got an extra room. You know, brothers and sisters, we all family. So you should be able to reach out to your brother or reach out to your sister in your preparation.
Mm-hmm.
I yield with that.
Excellent point. Lady T said, "Are we in Jersey City?" Not yet, sis. Lord willing, we get some brothers out there. But you can be in any city for Pillars of Rest. The cities are across, the globe, right? Across the United States for the most part. So, you could just send an email, sis. We'll get you plugged in. Also, for the brothers that want to join the camp, if there's any brothers that's in the chat that want to join the camp, make sure you send the email as well, right? The next prospect phase is going to be starting up soon. It's going to be closing this Sunday. For accepting emails, you have to wait about 3 months till we open the next one. So make sure you send those emails in swiftly, in haste, right? As the scriptures say. Any other announcements? Right? Let me see. Any other? Make sure you're going out to get the brother Ariala's Bible as well. If you haven't already, make sure you go and grab that. If you haven't got the Truth of Yah already, you should have that, right? Make sure you definitely go listen to the Chef, man, Rory the Chef album too, right? If you got an iPhone, he on the Apple Music. The brother is sliding on there, man. The brother is really, rapping well on that album, right? Spitting that truth music. So let's get into this thing, right? This is a question for the chat, right? I seen some people making these posts on, I think it was Instagram, and then I seen, our beautiful brothers at Sakara, they did a lesson on it, on this same kind of question. If you haven't already, go check them brothers' lesson out as well. They have a very interesting take on it, and a good take, I would say, for what they, plan to do, with this question, right? So what do y'all say in the chat, though? In the chat, would you take $1 trillion or 10 minutes with Yahawashi? For the chat, $1 trillion or just 10 minutes with Yahawashi. 10 minutes go by fast. We already been on here for 20 minutes. So 10 minutes, that's half of that, right? And why? Right? And why? Before we give our take on it, and why? Somebody, hey, Kazak already said, give me them 10, man. Kazak already said, why? Why? Give me the 10. Hey, brother Yotam, give me the 10. Hold on. Right here. Kazak said, hey, give me the 10. Yotam said, hey, 10 minutes. Hey, they said what? I love Yah, but I'm taking $1 trillion to set my people up for times worldwide. I'll get the king of life, I guess, abiding in him and being on the front line for his sheep. He's in his word already. Hey, I agree. I agree. I'm not mad at you. If that's your decision, I'm not mad. I'm not mad at no brother's decision. That's your decision. That's your decision. That's why it's hypothetical. Go ahead,
And real quick, again, hey, shout out. Hey, I love them brothers, man. Shout out to the powerful brothers in Sakari for bringing this up, because I didn't see it all on Instagram. The first time I saw this question posed was on a class, you know. So hey, shout out to them brothers, man. Keep it interesting, man, on the front lines, man. I love you guys. It's interesting.
Definitely.
And I want to know too, is this untaxed or taxed? Because average tax about 37%. So that 1 trillion will turn to 630 billion fast.
Yeah, real quick. But that's still a lot of bread.
Right. I know.
That's still a lot of bread. I like what he said this. He said his at the end, they said he's in the word or in the book already, which I agree. However, we know that he was sitting down with the disciples, telling them things that he might have didn't have time. They didn't have time to write down. Right? So you got to think of that stuff too, right? Or even being worthy to be in Yahawashi's presence for 10 minutes. Yes, he's in the book, but being worthy. Okay, out of all the men, I want you to sit down with me for 10 minutes. Or all the women, I want this sister to sit down with me for 10 minutes. And you the only one coming. That's the opportunity of a lifetime, I would say. Right?
And again,
I wouldn't I wouldn't pose this one like this. I love Yah, but no. Nah, there's no but within I love Yah, Yahweh. I love Yahweh. I'm just gonna take the 1 trillion. That's all you guys. No buts. No if and buts with that love in Yahweh. Go ahead, Aharon.
No, hey, you know, my thing is this. Is it only to me? Because I'm like, look, brother, look, I'll take the 10. I'm gonna write down everything. You take the trillion, and boom. Now we got the wisdom and the cash. You know, I need to know. I just got some follow-on questions.
That's right.
Yeah, hey, brothers is being extra spiritual in the chat. Wait till I get to this post. Joshua said 10 minutes. Lady T 10 minutes. 10 minutes with Howard shot. Sister Wanda said she got 10. Right? Shamuel 8, give me the 10, right? Sister with the Hebrew name said, good question. I would choose Yahawashi and ask him to help me build faith and let me know if I am walking right. Hey, that's a good question. Right? Hey, am I doing the right? Hey, because that's our faith. In our faith, we're doing the right thing. But if I'm talking to Yahawashi, or is it like this, Akim? Hey, get the scripture real quick. Hold on. I'm about to cut y'all. 10 minutes. I'm about to cut y'all. Everybody that put 10 minutes, I'm about to cut y'all. And then we're gonna get to our question, our answer as well. Hold on. Let me pull the scripture real quick. Bear with me. Here we go. No, that's not what I want. Hold on. Say something real quick.
All right, hey. Go ahead.
Hey, if a brother can get Matthew 7:21.
I'm right here. We in the spirit.
Hey, listen, that 10 minutes can be cut down to 30 seconds real quick.
Bingo.
Go ahead,
hey, no, because the sister is on point. Because hey, look, I need to know if I'm walking right before this thing is over with. Okay? Because this is the scariest passage in the Bible right here. I'm about to go right now. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 7 and verse 21. Not everyone that saith unto me, Lord, Lord, shall enter into the kingdom of heaven, but he that doeth the will of my Father which is in heaven. Right?
So hey, just look at your life right now. Are you doing the will of the Most High to even have a conversation with Yahawashi? Or will he say, hey, I don't know you, depart from me? Or he ignore you like he did the Canaanite woman?
Here, let me just read the whole passage in. Because mind you, these not devil worshipers. These are people that saying Lord, Lord to Yahawashi. That's us. Or that's people who trying to follow Yahawashi. But what happens? Many will say to me in that day, Lord, Lord, have we not prophesied in thy name? And in thy name have cast out devils? And in thy name done many wonderful works. So these people were so confident in their relationship with the Lord that they thought they was doing great works. Just like us, right?
That's right.
And I will profess unto them, I never knew you. Depart from me, ye that work iniquity. So, like, brother, that's scary. So, hey, sis might be on to something like, hey, look, am I doing this thing right? What I need to do? Who I need to cut up? What? Boom, boom, boom. Because you don't want to get into the last second and then try to repent. Or you don't want to have to be born blind because you sin. It's to the spiritual man I'm talking. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, watch this. Give me 1 Corinthians, right? Give me 1 Corinthians 1:22.
I'm excited.
1:22.
This the book. Go ahead.
You got another one.
Okay.
This is the book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 1, verse 22.
Read that. Read that.
This is the book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 1, verse 22. Unlock it. For the Jews require a sign.
Read it again.
For the Jews require a sign.
Y'all require a sign, y'all 10 minutes, man.
God, hey, that just cut.
Y'all need a sign, man. Hey, you see what they say? Hey, the word Yahawashi is already in the book. What you need a sign for?
God.
See that? So, hey, are y'all requiring a sign? How much faith do y'all have for real? That's a question. I'm not standing on that point, but I'm posing questions to y'all, right? I have to watch the 10 minutes, man. Yahawashi over everything, eternity with him. I agree. 10 minutes with Yahawashi, 10 minutes, right? What Kazak said, it's worth more than money when this world crumbles. I agree. He said, give me 10 mil just because of, I don't know of examples how he treated his disciples. Okay, you're gonna have to reword that one. 10 minutes with Yahawashi, no thought regarded. I don't want to say, hey, Shalom, I don't want Yahawashi Shabbat. Hey, I don't want what you say. I don't want what says thou. 1 trillion or 10 minutes with Yahawashi. Yeah. Hey, they said I need to sit.
Hey there, look.
Yeah. Shamar said 10 minutes. 10 minutes. It's a lot of 10 minutes in here, right? Look at my brother Eric. He's extra spiritual with it. A day as 1,000 years, right? So those 10 minutes are like 7. Hey, that's a fact, though. Them gonna be the longest 10 minutes of your life. It'll be the longest, or it might be the fastest because he's gonna be just expounding, going. All right, I'm out.
That's wisdom. But right. I got a couple more too that align with this same one. One brother give me Luke 16:31, and another brother give me John 5:46 through 47.
Hey, y'all was about to say I want the trillion in the kingdom with Yahawashi.
All right, I'm coming to your house then. You got the trillion, we going over there.
I was about to say he want the trill.
He said Luke 6 and what other one?
16 and 31.
Salakia. This is the book of Luke, chapter 16, now at verse 31. And it reads, and he said unto him, if they hear not Moses and the prophets, neither will they be persuaded, though one rose from the dead.
Because mind you, so this is when Lazarus, the parable, right? And he said, hey, let me go back and tell my brothers because they need to see what's going on over here. And he said, no, they already got Moses. They already got the prophets. They already got everything that they need to get eternal life already. Let them hear them. Because if they ain't going to hear them, then your sign, you coming from the dead, it's nothing. They're not going to get it. And another brother give me that in John 5:46.
That's a good point too. So, hey, the scriptures already told you. It's right here in the book. What you need to show them a sign for. But getting Yahawashi is a different sign. That's a whole different sign. In the presence of Yahawashi, that's a whole different sign there.
Con.
Read that for Cap when you get it.
Swati, I'm there.
Bring it out.
Go ahead.
This is the book of John, chapter 5, starting at verse 46. For had ye believed Moses, ye would have believed me, for he wrote of me. But if ye believe not his writings, how shall ye believe my words?
I think he froze that one.
Yeah, he froze up. Hey, that's another good point too. Hey, it's in the book of Moses. Why you need to speak to Yahawashi for? It's right here. His words are right here, right? We just making points. We haven't even given our stands yet. We just making points. So y'all's about to say, I want the trillion now. The ox said now, right now. Right now. She said, my husband said he chooses Yah. All praises. All praises. I might have missed somebody. Got to be with the Lord. Cozy time with Yahawashi is priceless. That's a fact. So Shalom, are you saying you want the 1 trillion? Okay, Kobe got an interesting take. Sister Kobe, Pillars of Rest, right? House of Aharon. She said, the money to set up my family, to set up in this life, Christ already told us what we need to do. What's 10 minutes gonna do for me? That's a bold statement. That is, to me, and I'm not getting on you, sis, but to me, that's a bold statement because what do you mean? 10 minutes? This is Yahawashi. This is not no regular Joe. This is 10 minutes. Hold on, wait. Go to let's get this first scripture. Let's get go to John 21 and 25.
One. This is the book of John, chapter 21, now at verse 25. And it reads, and there are also many other things which Yahawashi did, the which, if they should be written, every one, I suppose that even the world itself could not contain the books that should be written. Amen.
So out of all the books in the world, out of everything Yahawashi did, it can't even contain. So you don't think in 10 minutes, and I'm not speaking in uses, I'm just speaking in general. In 10 minutes, Yahawashi can't give you some extra knowledge, right? Hey, we already know the Trinity ain't true, but Yahawashi, break it down. This make it so they can't say nothing. They're still gonna say something. It don't matter. Make it so they can't say nothing. We the people, aren't we? Yahawashi, come. You could ask any question you want in 10 minutes, right? Or you can ask, hey, Yahawashi, am I doing the right thing? Am I going off in the spirit? Right. I know what the scriptures say, but how's my spirit? You can ask a lot of questions. Hey, you might be the brother that's worthy for the breakdown that the brothers need now. Now you top man, you the top, you got the breakdown. Yahawashi gave you the right breakdown. Right? Because how many of us would want to be knocked down off that horse like Paul, literally? I would take that. To just that presence of Yahawashi just talking to me for a minute. Even if he say, why are you kicking against the pricks, man? Oh, that's already telling me I'm going off. Yeah, I've been going off. Yep, I need to tighten up. Right, go ahead, Yahawashi.
But she does, have a good point. A brother get Ecclesiastes 10 and 19. So, and you loving your brother, the scriptures teach us to open our hands wide to our brother.
Mm-hmm.
So how much could you do for the nation with $1 trillion?
That's a lot of money.
Come.
If you give 50,000 people $1 trillion, you still in billions.
That's right.
That's 50 million.
Hey, listen, alms deeds cover a multitude of sins.
That's a fact.
If you got Ecclesiastes, go ahead and read that.
It's the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 10, verse 19. A feast is made for laughter, and wine maketh merry, but money answereth all things.
Hey, money answereth all things.
Yeah.
So you can help out the poor of our people. You can set up communities. You can set up, man, you can have a whole state for Israel. And our people buying and trading amongst ourselves. That money stays within Israel. But the question is, are you really going to do that?
That's the question. And if you are the people going to follow through that you're giving all this money to?
Yeah.
Right.
Because Salakia,
go ahead.
You take that money and do that, and now you give us our own opportunity to be super, super wicked, brother.
Yeah,
you could go off, but hey, I had got cut off on the last precept. So Christ tell you, hey, listen, Moses wrote of me. If you didn't hear him, then you're not going to hear me, right? But then also on the flip side, if a brother can give me Luke 24, we're gonna read verse 27, and then we'll jump to verse 44.
This is the book of Luke, chapter 24, now at verse 27.
Because now mine at 27, and then we're gonna jump to 44. Because we know that this is after Christ had died and come back glorified. And now he's meeting with the disciples that were there to soak up all the game. They were able to see him in action. They obviously knew the scriptures. They had the law. They had all of the things, and they had the game and the wisdom from walking with Yahawashi. But they still didn't know everything. And watch this.
This is the book of Luke, chapter 24, now verse 27. And beginning at Moses and all the prophets, he expounded unto them in all the scriptures the things concerning himself.
So you see, right there, he had to explain to them, like, no, listen, this was talking to me. That's why I had to die a couple of days ago and come back now. He had to give them further knowledge and understanding that they didn't get just based on reading. He gave them that spirit, and even walking with him, he had to turn on their spiritual antennas. Jump to 44.
Verse 44. And he said unto them, these are the words which I spake unto you while I was yet with you, that all things must be fulfilled, which were written in the law of Moses and in the prophets and in the Psalms concerning me.
Right. So we're going to read 45. But before we do, he said, listen, these are the words that I gave you that we have written down in this book, right? And this is the law. This is everything that you already have, that we have right now. But what did he need to do during that time that he met with them? Verse 45.
Then opened he their understanding, that they might understand the scriptures.
That's what that 10 minutes might do. It might give you that true understanding.
Read that part again.
Then opened he their understanding, that they might understand the scriptures.
So what if Yahawashi?
So although
because a lot of us feel like for the most part we got it figured out, and I would say that the Israelite doctrine is the strongest. That's the only doctrine that really exists. Period. I won't even say it's the strongest doctrine. It's the only doctrine that exists. Period. Right. And so in that we kind of feel like for the most part we got it figured out. But for the sit with Yahawashi and then he just elaborate on something deeper, it's like I gotta take that opportunity. But $1 trillion, what you could do for the truth, $1 trillion, and of your family and your lives. But at the same time, what Yahawashi could do in 10 minutes, right? You got somebody with ailments, right? You know, your rib, she maybe can't get birth. Yahawashi touch her, boom. right? Or you got the faith, yes. He don't even got to touch, he don't even got to see her. She's healed. You know, them scriptures also come to life too, right?
And then like I know I get a battery in my back when I get around the elders and I see them move and I just see the strength and the wisdom. And them brothers been doing this longer than I've been alive. It's a power pellet for me. So how much more would it be seeing Yahawashi being austere in his countenance, just telling me all the wisdom? Hey man, that's cool. But then another thing is I think it like this. You know Jake wicked. If we turn around, if you give me $1 trillion, and let's just say I make up a mini Goshen, boom, it's cracking. We get to go fishing and hunting and do whatever else because that's what I like to do, right? No wickedness, no folly, any of that. Brothers will start worshiping the brother who set it up. Is he Yahawashi? He the next Moses. He the one that gave us this, and he the brothers start trying to worship and getting wicked. And then, y'all know the Lord, he like getting the glory. He don't like it when because Israel is foolish to worship any old thing. I'm like, you got to make sure that they don't start trying to say that you the one who saved them, you the one who got them out of the hood, or you the one who got them out the project, and you set up this beautiful land. How would you stop them from worshiping you?
Hey, sister, she won't know what. Hey, sister, she don't know what to do with $1 trillion. Yes, you do. Whatever you want.
Figure it out.
Whatever you want.
Figure that thing out.
Whatever you want.
Can a brother read me Proverbs 30, start at 7? We're gonna read through 9. Well,
let's get that. Hey, Kobe said, she might have to switch up. She was saying maybe 10 minutes, right? Kobe said maybe 10 minutes. I see the brothers at LOZ in here. Hey, what y'all say? LOZ, what y'all say? 1 trillion or 10 minutes with your Yahawashi Aki? What y'all got? Bring that out for the cap.
Count it one. This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 30, now verse 7. 2 things have I required of thee. Deny me them not before I die. Remove far from me vanity and lies.
Right.
Give me neither poverty nor riches. Feed me with food convenient for me.
See, this is wisdom. We're going to read down to 9, but see, this is wisdom. It said, listen, I don't want to be too rich or too poor. Give me just what I need to be happy, be satisfied in this life, right? Why? What is likely to happen if you be too rich or too poor? Please read.
Lest I be full and deny thee and say, who is Yahweh? Or lest I be poor.
Because that can happen. Hey, man, I'm good to go. Hey, Lord, and bless him with this. I pray tomorrow.
That's right.
You might get lazy. You might forget the Lord. You might forget the fear of the Lord. Because, hey, we know that's tempting. That's Satan's main ploy. That's why he tried to say, hey, Job, he only worshiping you because he's rich. You know what I'm saying? The Satan was trying to play with his riches and basically saying his faith is based on what he has. And you don't want to be tempted that way. Don't count on you being the strongest Job. It's a blessing if you are, dope if you are, amazing. Do not count on that though. Keep going.
Or lest I be poor and steal and take the name of my God in vain.
Because, hey, look, one of the things you might want to do during that 10 minutes, Yahawashi, give me the wisdom to get some money. I'll maybe not need the whole trillion, but I'll take a couple million or something. Give me the wisdom so I can feed my people. And you never know. He might give you the wisdom to have enough. You know what I mean? Have enough and do what you need to do. Because, hey, I'll tell you, it ain't much that you could do with 1 trillion that you can't do with $1 billion. A couple hundred million.
Yeah.
You understand?
That's right.
So maybe that's one of the things that you can say, hey, give me the wisdom to lead my people and give them what they need. And if it's money, then that's cool. But the problem is we get a puffed up heart. We get that puffed up heart, and that's what we gotta make sure that we don't get in our money and start forgetting the Lord. That's why, do you know that's why he made us go in that wilderness for 40 years to try our heart.
That's
Because
right.
imagine if we just smashed on Egypt, bop, 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 smashed on Hamites, boom, 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 then went in our glory, in our kingdom. Brother, we would not have the humility to serve the Lord for real. We'd be too ain't nobody can knock us off. We'd be too proud.
Hey, that what Agar said is very deep, man. He said, "Give me what's convenient for me," and that's one of my favorite scriptures. That's I pray that to Yahweh all the time. Just give me what's convenient for me. If more is convenient for me, then all praises. Same for anybody else. If the Most High feels like more is gonna be convenient for you, that's a blessing for you. But what I got right now, if this was all I need, Yahweh, the water. Right? Give me what's convenient for me. Right? A lot of us want this lavish lifestyle, but you got everything that's convenient already. Right? And remember that money can turn you into a different animal. Right? I don't think there could be nothing wrong. I think for me, matter of fact, let's give him my position. All right. Asher Allah, what says thou? What says thou?
God, we've been speaking about this topic throughout the whole week, and I'm gonna stand on my position of taking the 10 minutes with Yahawashi. Could a brother get me Matthew 6:19 and another brother give me Sirach 6:36? And I'm gonna kind of explain my reading. My answer is more so spiritual, just taking in the actual events that's happening in front of you. Christ is in front of you, so a few things must be happening right now. Can we get to Matthew 6:19 first, Barbara?
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 6, starting at verse 19. Lay not up for yourselves treasures upon earth, where moth and rust doth corrupt, and
finish it up,
and where thieves break through and steal.
So back to my spiritual answer. If you're standing in front of Yahawashi, one or two things must be happening. One, salvation is at hand, and the kingdom it must be near. If we being spiritual about it, that'll be the only time we will have the opportunity to be standing in front of Christ, is when this place is being judged, right? So what value can $1 trillion have in that moment? Me just being spiritual. So that's my first response. Let's get Sirach 6:36.
This is the book of Sirach, chapter 6 and verse 36. And if thou seest a man of understanding, get thee betimes unto him, and let thy foot wear the steps of his door.
Exactly. So like Adawar brought out earlier in John 21:25, there's so many things that probably haven't even been recorded in the book. So many questions. The brother Ariel also mentioned them 10 minutes could be 7 hours. There's so many things you could ask to prepare yourself. Hey, have I done right? Have I done well? Have I served you well? Paul's letters. I have many questions. So I'm gonna stand on that. 10 minutes with Yahawashi is way more valuable to me, thinking spiritually. I yield with that.
All praise. So we got 1 10-minute. Nakawashi, what you got at?
So from the jump, my answer was 10 minutes. And I mean that scripture that you brought out, it cut me. It did.
That brother crying the sun right now.
Yeah. Hey, but I'm gonna stand 10 toes down on the 10 minutes. And when you first put it in our chat, Proverbs 30:7-9 was my exact answer. And to give me food convenient for me, lest I be full and denied. There are examples of this in the scriptures. Brother, get Jeremiah 5:7, and another brother hold Acts chapter 5. And it's important to understand the more you dive into scriptures and the more that you learn about Yahweh, the law, statutes, and commandments, and keeping them, the more you learn about yourself. So look naturally. When them stimulus checks hit, what happened? Man, people wasn't giving in church. They wasn't doing stuff for the truth. They was out buying chargers and challenges. Man, hey, listen, I guarantee you a bunch of strippers got rich because brothers was making it rain. They in the club, they popping bottles. Man, they had no thought of Yahweh when them stimulus checks hit. So if you can't handle a couple thousand, how you gonna handle a trillion? People gonna go off when you get in a position where you have that type of money. And Adawan Micaiah put it in the chat. More money, more problems.
Shit.
And you see that the rich, hey, they're in problems that you and I would say, man, what in the world are they doing? Why would you do that? Well, the reason they doing it is because they can afford to do it. So you're not dabbling in certain sins because you can't afford the consequence.
Mm-hmm.
But you got a trillion, hey, them problems you don't want. If you got Jeremiah, go ahead and read that.
This is Jeremiah 5, you said, and 7?
Another one.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 5 and verse 7. How shall I pardon thee for this? Thy children have forsaken me, and sworn by them that are no gods. When I had fed them to the full, they then committed adultery.
So
and assembled themselves by troops in the harlots' houses.
So when the Most High, when he gave you what you wanted, what did the scripture say they did? When he fed them to the full, what did it say?
When he fed them to the full, they then committed adultery and assembled themselves.
So when he fed them to the full, when they got what they wanted, and they forsook the Most High. They turned their backs on him. Mm-hmm. And this is what happens if the mindset ain't steadfast on the Most High, and you going off. And for me, that's a fearful thing. And this is why I would rather choose the 10 minutes, because within 10 minutes, hey, the Most High can say something. The most, hey, give me that in Matthew 9. The Most High can say something to you that, man, is worth more than that trillion. And this is for me, and I can only speak for Yahawashi. If I heard this statement, I would probably be like Martha and just, man, wiping the most High's feet, or wiping Yahawashi's feet with my tears. Give me Matthew 9 and 2.
It's the book of Matthew, chapter 9 and verse 2. And behold, they brought him to a man sick of the palsy, lying on a bed. And Yahawashi, seeing their faith, said unto the sick of the palsy, Son, be of good cheer, thy sins be forgiven thee.
Hey, so if you heard that, how much money is that worth? How much money would you pay to hear thy sins be forgiven thee? Your slate is clean. It's no stain on your garment. In the end, hey, when my life is weighed out, when I'm weighed in a balance and my slate is clean, hey, I'm in there. But if I take that $1 trillion, and it caused me to forsake the Most High, or even if my intentions are good and I start divvying out money, and one brother fall away from the truth because of the money that I gave him, what profit was it? What profit is it for me to gain the whole world and lose my own soul, man? Get that in the book of Acts. I think it was Acts 5.
So, which verse you want? I don't know.
Start at go ahead, just start at the top. I think it's verse 4 is what I want.
Call out one. This is the book of Acts, chapter 5, starting at verse 1. But a certain man named Ananias with Sapphira, his wife, sold a possession and kept back part of the price.
So, hey, money has now gripped him. It's gripped him. And this is what happens when you got money. Keep reading.
His wife also being privy to it, and brought a certain part and laid it at the apostles' feet. But Peter said,
they only brought part of the money. It was theirs. And this is how some people react when you see $1 trillion. You see all of those zeros, and you lose $1. Hey, now you at $999 million. A rich person, a rich person will lose their mind because I'm no longer in that trillion man status. That money, it grips you and it makes you do things that you normally wouldn't had you not had it.
Very true.
Keep reading that.
But Peter said, Ananias, why has Satan filled thine heart to lie to the Holy Spirit?
And this is what happens. Keep reading.
And to keep back part of the price of the land.
So you got the $1 trillion, and it was your intention to build up the kingdom. It was your intention, to help the people of the Most High. But as them dollars start dwindling, now I can't help the poor no more. I only got 50 million. I only got 50 million. My house payment is $10,000 a month. Hey, I can't help everybody. Keep reading.
Whilst it remained, was it not thine own?
Hey, and that's the point. Right there. It was yours from the jump. You the one who chose to go off. So yes, hey, that $1 trillion, it'll help a whole lot of people. It'll help the kingdom. But for me, man, I want to hear my sins be forgiven thee. I yield right there.
Oh, praise! I want to get some in the chat real quick. I seen. I want to pull this up because I think y'all capping too. Y'all taking that $1 trillion. Hold on, real quick. Hold on. Look now. Can y'all see the screen? $100. $10,000. Right? $1 million. 100 million. 1 billion. That's a lot of money. That's the man right there. You see the arrow? That's the man. Hey, brother's perspective done changed. Yeah, that 10 minutes, but that you just showed there. that can't even fill a room. You need a mansion to fill that. There's no bank that can hold that. All right.
Salaki.
I got it. Go ahead. I want to read this comment. Go ahead though.
Respectfully, how does that prove your point that brothers is capping? Just the amount, the appearance, money,
the abundance.
Okay,
that's the lust of the eyes.
Right.
That's it.
I like this comment. It said, "Imagine you choose 10 minutes, and he says, 'Who are you?'" Ha ha ha. I think we already have what we need to make it into the kingdom right now. I feel like I could bless many with the trillion. But wait a minute. If you get the trillion and then you get to him and he still says, who are you at the end?
God.
Money gain nothing.
Nothing.
Money profits you nothing.
God.
But, and he switched, he said this person said they'll take the 10 minutes too. But just some people may still think like this and choose the million or the trillion, right? If you get in Yahawashi's presence and he says, who are you? The next question, what am I doing wrong? That's the next question. What am I doing wrong? What I need to fix.
I would say an unworthy servant, Lord, I'm sorry. Hey.
So it'll be better to know beforehand, who are you? Then I got stuff to fix, and I can go tell the Akim, yo, listen, Yahawashi said this, that, we're not doing this. We focus too much on that. We need to be focused more on this, right? We need to be doing that. So, but then he said, hey, the person said, hey, listen, as you sow, so shall you reap. They said, they said they'll take the 10 minutes. Though. They said they'll take the 10 minutes. So what you had in the couch? Then we're gonna go to Aharon.
Precept. This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 11, beginning at verse 4. Riches profit not in the day of wrath, but righteousness delivereth from death.
That's right.
So them dollars ain't gonna help you, man, when the wrath of the Most High is poured out.
Mm-hmm. Aharon, what you say? What says thou?
Okay. Hear me out.
Bring it out.
Not just playing. Me personally, I'm gonna take the 10 minutes, but this is the reason why. One brother gave me Deuteronomy 8:2. Another brother give me Wisdom of Solomon chapter 3, start at 11, and then another brother gave me John chapter 14 and 12. Because this is the thing. I'm taking it like this. You already know. Yes, I might do something with the trillion. That's great. I'm going to set it up. But I'm going to die. I'm going to die. And then I'm going to have a family and a legacy that I leave it to. I'm not trying to raise no spoiled kids. Hey, my daddy was a trillionaire. I grew up riding Appaloosa horses, and I got this and that, and a lot of times a little spoiled kid grow up to be a monster. You see what Absalom did? He grew up thinking he the man. He grew up grooming that he is the man, right? Mm-hmm. And he was a spoiled brat for that because he grew up thinking he powerful. Because I'm telling you, I ain't gonna lie. You give me $1 trillion, yeah, we're gonna set up the land, we're gonna sell up the Goshen. My house could be the biggest one on there. It's gonna be the biggest one. Hey, my stuff gonna be cracking. I'm gonna have a lake around mine. You can come over here if you want. You gotta swim though. Or I'm gonna pull up my bridge over there. We're gonna live in prominence, right?
Aharon, how they choosing 10 minutes, but Yahawashi said he already in the midst of you when 2 or 3 are gathered. So we've been on here for an hour. He's already in the midst.
You're right. I'm not saying he's not. But see, that's why I got that John 14 for you. See, I know you. Go ahead. Give me Deuteronomy 8:2 first, real quick.
God of the one. This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 8, now in verse 2.
And then we're gonna read this through 2 and 3.
Kind of the one. Verse 2. And thou shalt remember all the way which Yahweh thy power led thee these 40 years in the wilderness, to humble thee and to prove thee, to know what is in thine heart, whether thou wouldest keep his commandments or no.
Boom. So mind you, right after that, teacher told us how we the richest, we the greatest people on earth. We already got more than $1 trillion. Because think about it. Bernard Arnault got 200 billion. Jeff Bezos got 200 billion. Elon Musk got 200 billion. And Facebook guy got 200 billion. So you put them all 4 of them together, Boom. That's a billion standing in the room. I mean, that's a trillion standing in the room. But we richer than them in spirit, right? But see, the Most High know, I got to humble you before you can get these riches. I got to make sure that your spiritual antenna is right before you can get these riches. As a matter of fact, everybody who's seen that glory and didn't get humbled, they got to die, right? Yep, I know what you want. No. Read verse 3. Read verse 3.
This to your point, right? Hey, a wise man once told me, you keep them broke, you keep them humble. If you keep people broke, you can at least keep them humble. That money, it's a lot of pride there. It could be. It could not for everybody, but that money, it could be a lot of pride there. Right? Go ahead, Art.
All right, verse 3,
verse 3. And he humbled thee and suffered thee to hunger and fed thee with manna, which thou knewest not, neither did thy fathers know.
You see, so it calls you every day. You got to go in faith, and you got and it's a power pellet to show. Hey, look, how does this brother keep feeding himself? How are they doing this? They don't have anything. I'm trusting in the Lord. Oh man, he's consistently fed. Hey, that Lord that he trusted in may be the right one, right? So we know that it's powerful to have your faith trusted in the Lord. We know this, right? Keep going.
That he might make thee know, Salakia, which thou knewest not, neither did thy fathers know, that he might make thee know that man doth not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceedeth out of the mouth of Yahweh doth man live.
Now, mind you, this is part of the same verses that Yahawashi used to combat Shaitan when he said, hey, I give you food, bro. Hey, matter of fact, all the glory in the kingdom and the riches, I give you that. He was cutting them up with this. So how can I say, hey, I can use what Satan meant for harm, I could turn for good? And nah, brother, look, that's philosophy and vain deceit. I don't want that. Go to Wisdom of Solomon chapter 3 and start at 11 and we're gonna go down to 13.
Count 1. This is the book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 3, starting at verse 11. For whoso despiseth wisdom and nurture, he is miserable.
So wait, slow. So to be wise is to fear the Lord and follow his footsteps. Make wise decisions. I got, if you give me $1 trillion, I got a little leeway to make a stupid decision. I'll pay for it. It's all right. I may not make the wisest decisions, but if I got $10 to my name, I got to use some wisdom. Well, how I use this. I got to make a sound decision, and I got to take care of what I got. Because I'm gonna tell you, a lot of the problem that we suffer right now is too much abundance. Brothers be adding things, houses to themselves. Brothers add wives to themselves. Okay. Brothers add all these things to themselves and not even good stewards over what they have, just because of abundance. Hey, that door is in the way. You understand? That door, that opportunity, that abundance is a distraction. Because, man, you got to watch that spirit of brother instead adding this. Okay, and if I can do this, I can do that. And you got a web of what you think is possible and all this hope for what you think, and you're not even taking care of what the Lord has blessed you with already. He that is faithful in little will be what? Faithful in much.
That's right.
Now, we see that problem right now. Brothers adding stuff into themselves. You can't even barely handle. Look, don't even give me, man, look, let's just read this. Keep going.
Count 1. Continuing in verse 11.
And wisdom and what?
Wisdom and nurture.
And nurture. What does it mean to nurture? Let's Google the definition of nurture.
Well, I gotta put up for you. Hold on.
Oh, got me turned up over here, boy.
This is the definition of nurture. Care for and encourage the growth or development of.
You are concerned with the development of a thing. You are caring for it meticulously. You're not just getting it up. I got this one. Law say I can get that one too. Oh, nah, brother. That's not wisdom. And you're moving stupidly. And you're making a mess out here like a child. Because you're not caring about wisdom or nurture for what the Lord has given you. You understand? And this is more than one thing, but apply it to where the truth fit. Now that we understand that, Bible Kashah, can we start at the top again, verse 11?
This is the book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 3, starting at verse 11. For whoso despiseth wisdom and nurture, he is miserable.
What?
He is miserable.
He is miserable because you don't even take the time to make a wise decision and take care of what you already got. If you can't take care, if the Lord give you right now $100,000, and if you can't make a sound decision with $100,000, why would you need 1 trillion? What you gonna do? Just make a bigger mess. You're gonna make $1 trillion mess. That's why I'm like, man, look, I'm trying to work on what the Lord gave me right now first, right? But the reason why I'm choosing this is in verse 12 and 13. Watch, keep going though.
And their hope is vain.
Their hope is in vain. Now you sitting over here, look, you're not moving wise or taking care of what you got, but you sitting here hoping, oh, but I can do this. I can leave this job and get that, and then I can get her, and then we can do like this and be Bonnie and Clyde. Bro, you sound stupid. Your hope is all vanity because you're not even taking care, you're not even doing the steps that it takes to even get there. For what you even hoping for, right? Keep going.
Their labors unfruitful.
All the stuff that you're doing, trying to get this get rich quick scheme and trying to, brother, all that labor is going to be unfruitful, right? Because you're not taking the time to use wisdom and nurture what you already have. Keep going.
And their works unprofitable.
And all the stuff that you're doing is going to be unprofitable, bro. Right? But like I said, the reason why I'm choosing this, look what's going to happen. It's not even just going to impact you, my brother, my sister. That's right. Look what happens. Read the next verse. What's going to happen if you move like that stupidly?
Their wives are foolish.
You're not leading her properly. She making stupid decisions because she's emotional. She ain't led right. You ain't leading right. All y'all just stupid. Making stupid decisions over stupid decision over stupid decisions. Keep going.
And their children wicked.
And their children are going to be wicked because they not even taking. That's why it says, listen, he do not take care of his household is worse than the infidel. And you abandon the faith. Go ahead.
Salaki precept.
All right, go ahead.
This is the book of 1 Timothy. Salaki, to add on to your point, this is the book of 1 Timothy, chapter 3, starting at verse 4. One that ruleth well his own house, having his children in subjection with all gravity. Verse 5. For if a man know not how to rule his own house, how should he take care of the church of God? So $1 trillion, is your wife in order? Are your children in order? Are you keeping the law, statutes, and commandments with sincerity and truth? How is your faith and your works? How is that going to be measured in the time of judgment? So I want to make that point. How you?
Hey, I'm telling you because. Oh, so because I'm telling you, you raise them kids around in $1 trillion house home, your kids and grandkids and all of that. We got our own land. We started Goshen. Them gonna be some big-headed, arrogant little suckers. And you know what I want to say? That's right. They're gonna be some. I mean, what are you going to do with that? What are you going to do to ingrain a faith and righteousness in your legacy? Or are they going to end up, hey, we had it like this? How they going, what curses? What do you mean? Curses? We here already. This is the kingdom already. And that, and not for what I know what I would do, but I'm gonna die, and I need to make sure my legacy is right. And it's too much. It's too much wickedness out here. It's the wrong time to have a trill. Give me a trillion during the time we was in the kingdom, maybe okay. But right now with the internet, this internet, how they be saying, no, I'm not messing with that. It's gonna be messed up. Keep going.
Con 1, verse 13. Their offspring is cursed.
What happens if you do not take care of what you got right now?
Their offspring
is going to be cursed. What happens if you add in wives and adding this to yourself and you're not taking care of what's at home? Your offspring is cursed. What happens if you're not if you despise laborious work and just grinding and building a strong foundation for yourself? Your offspring is going to be cursed. That is part of the curses. Being in poverty. That's part of the curses right there, because you ain't taking care of what you got. So you got me, I'm still over here. You ain't taking care of what you got. Part of reversing the curse is taking care of your home and your business.
That's right.
Or else you just furthering the curses. Give me a trillion. Hey, I'm telling you, me and mine's on it. But what about them grandkids? What about the legacy that's gonna happen because of that? Because them spoiled suckers. I'm finding good ways not to curse too. I'm finding good ways not to curse. You know, keep going. Keep going.
Continuing in verse 13. I'll just start from the top. Salaki. It's the book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 3 and verse 13. Their offspring is cursed. Wherefore blessed is the barren that is undefiled.
Blessed is the barren, even though you don't have children, but you undefiled. Now, mind you, children are what? They're riches, they're gifts of the Lord. We know this, right? But it's better to be undefiled than to have wicked old kids like that. You know what I'm saying? And you run the risk of, it might be hard to take care of $1 trillion enterprise. It's going to be hard for me to nourish $1 trillion enterprise, if I'm honest. And try to make sure that I instill the faith and the righteousness that I would probably be able to do had I had that 10 minutes. Because we're going to get to what happens if you watch. Keep going.
Wherefore blessed is the barren that is undefiled, which hath not known the sinful bed. She shall have fruit and visitation of souls.
So you see, look, you're not knowing that sinful bed because why? Pre said this with what the brother had brought out before. The moment I gave you abundance, what did you start doing? Sleeping with harlots, and you knew that sinful bed. You know what I'm saying? And no, I'm not. I cannot play like that. Before we go to John, brother, give me that one. Sirach 7 and 15.
This is the book of Sirach, chapter 7, beginning at verse 15. Hate not laborious work, neither husbandry, which the Most High
now
hath
think
ordained.
about it. What? Yeah, the Most High hath ordained both laborious work and husbandry. Husbandry is the care for, like a planter, care for a vineyard. You know, to be like a farmer, in which you got to nurture, and it takes time. And you see your fruit, and you can feed, and there's so much you can do and learn from husbandry. If I got $1 trillion, I don't know how good of a planter I would be, brother. I got $1 trillion enterprise. I got people for that. I got people to worry about that and do this and all of that. And it might be hard for me to teach a child or a grandchild how to be a good husband, not literal, not like romantically or spiritually, but in husbandry. It might be hard to teach that and teach them how to nourish if they've grown up in $1 trillion enterprise with all the abundance.
That's right.
It's not worth that. Because why? This is the reason, because all of this together, why? What happened if you got that 10 minutes with Yahawashi, and let's just say he gave them, I got all the faith, I got all the preaching, I got my spiritual antennas was on 10. Look at what he says happens if you really believe and have that faith, and you get that what he's trying to give. John 14 and 12. Baba Kashaw.
So Lucky, I'm there, I don't know.
Get out.
This is the book of John, chapter 14, starting to verse 12. Verily, verily, I say unto you, he that believeth on me, the works that I do, shall he also. So Lucky, shall he do also. And greater works than these shall he do, because I go into my Father.
So Yahawashi told you, hey, if you really believe and have that faith like what I'm trying to do, brother, you're going to do great works. Now, he said greater than Yahawashi. I'm not going to sit up here and espouse that you must do more work than Yahawashi. No. But how great of works could I put in if I had that 10 minutes and got that power pellet with Yahawashi? I'd be mighty out here to bring, you might be able to find that 2/3. You might be able to wake up that 144 right now. And then I'd rather have what's coming in the kingdom than the trillion right now anyway. So that's why I got to take the 10 minutes, not because of what I would do with the trillion, because I believe I would be righteous steward over that trillion. But the legacy that I can't promise that them little kids wouldn't grow up too spoiled and might be unrighteous. It'd be hard to nurture that. But you can guarantee you got 10 minutes with Yahawashi, bro. Your faith is on 10. And he already told you, if when your faith is on 10, brother, you're going to do greater works than all these disciples are doing. He told you that. So I believe that. So give me the 10 minutes so I could do as greatest work as I can. And when I die, boom, my jersey go on the wall. Go ahead.
So like I want to make a point that I don't want Yakar was making earlier.
Go ahead.
You read verse 14.
Bingo.
Connor. This is the book of John, chapter 14 and verse 14. If ye shall ask anything in my name, I will do it. So, for example, spiritually, if you're standing in front of Yahawashi, you might have family members that have passed on that you might want to speak to one more time. Hey, your mother passed, God forbid. Your father passed, God forbid. Yahawashi, can I speak to my father one more time? Can I speak to my mother? God forbid your children, any complications they've had, and that. Can I speak to my youngest son, my youngest daughter, just one more time? If you're in your faith and your works have been proven, he will do that. He will answer that. He will hearken to what you're saying. So I want to add that on. How you?
And look, you can ask for $1 million. He might be like, you know what? I see what you're doing, and I you know what? With the power that you about to have after this 10 minutes is done, you're gonna be a good steward over this 10 million. So let me give you that, and then I give you 10 cities. Just like he said, hey, if you faithful in little, you be faithful in much. He might give you that. You know, or like matter of fact, give me Baruch chapter 3 and verse 2. Because I think it's verse 2. I won't. You got that?
One. This is the book of Baruch, chapter 3, now in verse 2. Hear, O Yahweh, and have mercy, for thou art merciful, and have pity.
Dang. It says we are yet in our captivity because we are subject to payments. You know what I'm talking about?
I think this verse 8.
Yes. Salakia. Verse 8.
This is the book of Baruch, chapter 3, verse 8. Behold, we are yet this day in our captivity, where thou hast scattered us, for a reproach and a curse.
So we scatter because we know what we did, and so we under these curses. Part of being under this curse is how you know you in captivity is what?
A reproach and a curse. and to be subject to payments.
Part of how you know is because you subject to payments. You got to pay taxes. You got to pay to play in Esau captivity. Hey, I'm under mine. You get this spiritual pellet, man. The Most High might make it to where people just giving you stuff for free. Like, look, don't. That's why I said, do not go out. Don't worry about what you're gonna eat or what you're gonna drink or where you're gonna stay. You might feel like a trillionaire because you ain't got to spend a dime or nothing. The Lord got you. You over here strong like that. Hey, the conversation be like, brother, look, my whole house is available. Please, brother, y'all call me. Hey, look, let me send you with all the Nama J Jews ever. You understand? You might be good to go. And yeah, you may not have a trillion, but you don't want for anything because you are not subject to payments. And that is the sting of the curse, right? Keep going.
According to all the iniquities of our fathers, which departed from Yahweh our power.
See, because why? We got in our prominence and got all cracking, and what do? We departed from the Lord because our heart got fat. But I rather, man, imagine that. Imagine if you the strongest man on the earth spiritually right now, and you able to heal people. You able to just touch them and raise the dead. You actually able to really bring that 144, bro. You're not finna pay for nothing, especially you come to Compton. You good on my book, everything on my dime. You understand? And you don't. Your heart is not going to depart. What if you play that part into rising Israel and getting us out this thing? Give me that over the trillion.
That's right.
So that's my answer.
Excellent. So we got 3. Taking Yahawashi for 10 minutes. I'm gonna go to this question real quick. He said, Shalom, I said, he said, I have a feeling Christ would say, have you not read? So give me the money and I'm gonna continue to study. But why you gotta continue to study if you sitting in front of Christ? And he like, you could just ask him the questions that you want to study about. You could ask him that. But he like, I think that's a negative way of looking at it, because he could say, well, haven't you not read? Or he could expound on the things you've already read. So he could say that, yes, or he could just further elaborate. Do like I'm saying, do this better, do that better, right? I want you to tell this brother this. See, y'all need to do this together. Y'all need to do. You never know what Yahawashi could express. I don't think we could just limit Yahawashi to you. Have you not read? Because why was he telling the people, have you not read? A lot of times he was telling that to the people that lack faith or the scoffers, have you? But you come into a brother that fully believes, has increasing faith day to day, he may deal with you differently because you already believe in what is written, right? Here's another comment I want to go to. That's a good comment. I like the takes that brothers and sisters have. A lot of people just have a fear too of facing Yahawashi. You don't want to face. I don't want to face him because for him to say I never knew you is crazy, man.
That's right.
So you could be but then that's an avenue to get right. Like you could be in this president, you think you got it figured out and you don't. You're going off right here. And that would save your life more than $1 trillion. That would save your life. You're doing everything to a T, but this one point is gonna get your ass destroyed. I need you to tweak this. And that could be the saving grace that you need. Go ahead, Nicole. Go ahead.
Salakia, I don't want Aaron. I mean, he brought out a good point. And some people take the money because they don't want to work on the leaf that they've been given, or they don't want to play the cards that they're dealt. They'll take the money, so now I can go and start me a new life and forget my kids. And it all points back to the curses, Deuteronomy 28 and 54. So let's go ahead and read that. Deuteronomy 28 and 54, and another brother, if you can give me 1 Timothy 5 and 8. it all goes back to the curses, because if a man won't take care of his own household now, when you get the money, are you going to take care of that household? Are you going to take care of your responsibilities? And this is why it's so important for the man to be in the household. Because when I would, man, listen, I can only speak for me. When I was coming up, my parents, they weren't together. They separated. They got divorced. But when I was able to go and see my father, I saw my father working. My father got up and went to work. He wasn't in our household, but I saw him working. That man labored, and he took care of his responsibilities. Go ahead and bring that in Deuteronomy 28:54.
Comment on. This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 54. So that the man that is tender among you and very delicate, his eyes shall be evil toward his brother.
So in a lower state, your eye is evil towards your brother. Keep reading.
And toward the wife of his bosom.
And toward his wife, because when you get that money, hey, I can get another class of woman now. And you see it. Look at the brothers in the NBA, the NFL, boxers. They forget that high school sweetheart. And now, hey, I got Cardi B. I got another prominent, high profile woman that's just trifling. Keep reading.
And toward the remnant of his children, which he shall leave.
So you so-called turning over a new leaf by leaving those that came up with you in behind. You forget your family and you go off and start a whole new one. And this is what happens, man, with brothers who tend to get a little bit of money. They'll leave that family or leave their wife and just go and start a new one. Keep reading.
So that he will not give to any of them of the flesh of his children.
No, hey, you can't have this. You gotta work for your own. And this is why I say it's important for the man to be in a household, because that son that you leaving, hey, he need to see that man going to work. Social media is destroying our children, man. They looking at drug dealers. You see clips or reels on Instagram, Facebook, all these different social media platforms of brothers just holding up dollars that they got because of drug money. But brothers don't want to labor. They don't want to take that $15 an hour job and labor 40 hours a week. Now that's little money. When I can hit the block, when I can get that, flip that bird, and now I got 10 racks. They're not looking at it. Man, the curses are prevalent. They're prevalent. Go ahead, drop that and get 1 Timothy 5:8.
This is the book of 1 Timothy, chapter 5 and verse 8. But if any provide not for his own, and especially for those of his own house, he has denied the faith and is worse than an infidel.
So it don't matter. You get that 10 trillion and you fail to take care of those of your own household, the nurturing, the admonition, bringing up your children, rearing up your family. Your wife is in order. Your children are in order. Your grandchildren are in order. Why? Because you labored in this truth to teach your kids to build up the nation, not buy a nation. You can't buy this nation, man. You gotta build it stone by stone. Hey, Christ is that chief cornerstone. We're building upon the foundation of the prophets and the apostles. Listen, you gotta labor in this truth. If we're gonna get the kingdom, this is how we're gonna get it. By building it, man. It's not by buying it.
Bingo.
Hey, but a brother could say, listen, to build something, I need bricks. You can go lift these bricks, but I'm gonna go buy all the bricks we need. Meaning you could put out things to make the truth more attractive. You could put out commercials. You could have billboards. You could put your whole brothers. You could do a lot of stuff. You could do a lot of stuff to help build it with money. You could help do a lot of stuff with money to help grow and make the truth, what's the word? More attractive. You could.
Hey, listen.
You definitely could.
Listen, that is very true. It's very true. Give me Proverbs 23, 4 and 5. Another brother give me the book of Sirach, chapter 38 and verse 24.
Which one you want first?
Give me Proverbs 23, verses 4 and 5. Man, the book of Proverbs, hey, listen, the book of Proverbs, it deal with a lot of men working or slowfulness.
Yeah.
I got some more, but I ain't gonna take up all the time.
I'll bring it up.
Go ahead and bring that out in Proverbs 23.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 23, in verse 8. You said, right? The morsel which thou hast eaten shalt thou vomit up and lose thy sweet words.
Salakia, Adam, 23 and 4.
Oh, my bad. All right. This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 23, verse 4. Labor not to be rich.
Hey, so
cease from
Salakia. So listen, as a soldier in Sons of Thunder, I can say this. We're not teaching that it's not good to be rich. We're not teaching that at all, because there has to be a balance. And this is what Proverbs is teaching. Keep going.
Okay. Cease from thine own wisdom.
So your own wisdom would be how to get rich. That's you laboring to be rich. I'm spending all my time on chasing the bag. Keep reading.
Wilt thou set thine eyes upon that which is not?
So you got dreams, you got visions of what you see portrayed in TV and in social media of what you want to be because you see somebody else got it. Keep reading.
For riches certainly make themselves wings. They fly away.
Riches make themselves wings. So you're deceiving your own self by chasing that bag, because one day, hey, you're not gonna have them riches no more. That money gonna be gone. It's gonna be spent. And at the end of the day, when you peel back all of the layers, you spent your money on stuff that has no value. It's stuff. A white man, an old man told me this one, and I never forget this. I don't care what kind of car you drive. You got a Maybach, you got a Rolls, you got a Phantom. That car is one accident away from being in the junkyard. It's one accident away from being in the junkyard. So you spent all that money on stuff. Keep reading.
Okay, so for riches certainly make themselves wings. They fly away as an eagle towards heaven.
So them riches gonna be gone. They're gonna be so far away. Hey, it's just gonna be a distant memory. Distant memory. And go ahead and jump over to the book of Sirach. And
okay, I got that. Can I read one in Proverbs since we're right here? To add to your point. I'm gonna just read it, and if you want to break it down. If not, we'll go to Sirach. This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 22 and verse 1. A good name is rather to be chosen than great riches, and loving favor rather than silver and gold. The rich and poor meet together, and the Lord is the maker of them all.
Hey, listen, where do the rich and the poor meet together?
In the grave.
In the grave. So the name that is rather to be chosen, hey, whose name do you remember in the scriptures? Abraham, rich. Job, rich. Solomon, rich. David, rich. Hey, to have a good name, man, hey, listen, it's better than being a trillionaire and for somebody to say, hey, yeah, Yahawashi, he had that money. Hey, but a year later, he was broke. He was broke.
Snowfall.
And you see that the brothers who follow boxing, you see that today.
It's hard to run through $1 trillion though. That'd be tough.
Hey, we say it's hard to run through $1 million, but look at it naturally. You get, let's say you got $4 million. The average person, I'm gonna buy my mama a crib.
Yep.
What's the average price of a house? Just a regular house. $500,000. I'm gonna buy me a new crib. $500,000. I got 4 kids.
They all need houses.
I'm gonna buy me a new whip. I gotta take care of moms. Gotta take care of pops. So that 4 million, hey, you got a couple $100,000 left.
Well, that's not the question. Not $1 trillion.
$1 trillion. You still gonna blow it if the mental is not correct. It's over. It's over with. If you don't have the wisdom to be able to handle that, hey, not only is your money gonna be gone, but you're gonna be out the truth.
I agree, but I gotta play devil's advocate because as both questions, as the 10 minutes get posed, the brothers that's taking the money, they're saying, well, Yahawashi could say this negative. And the brothers that's picking Yahawashi is saying, well, with the money, negative. However, what if a righteous brother gets this money?
Hey,
it's a lot he could do.
That's true.
So, Adawan, what you gonna pick then?
That's a good question.
That's right.
I'm gonna get a scripture.
Look, he was gonna try to scoot out of here when I was answering that thing. He gonna say, with that, we are the sons of thunder. Man, no.
Hold
on.
Listen, I'm with y'all. I'm with the panel. I would be a fool, me personally, not to pick Yahawashi. I have to. Right? I have to pick those 10. I need those 10 minutes. I want those 10 minutes. So me personally, I'm picking Yahawashi. It wasn't even a question thought. It was Yahawashi. I get the understanding of the trillion and what a righteous brother could do, but at the same time, I think what y'all are trying to say is the temptation, even that with the righteous brother getting $1 trillion, the temptation that's going to come with that money is going to be out of this world.
That's right.
And I think those are the problems that people who chose the $1 trillion, you're gonna have to really face, because the temptations that can come with that. And we're gonna get some scriptures on that. But I'm gonna choose. Let's read the scripture.
This is the book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 13 and verse 9.
Mm-hmm.
For we know in part and we prophesy in part.
But
when that which is perfect is come, then that which is in part shall be done away.
So I feel like if we could get a chance in 10 minutes to sit with Yahawashi, right? The one that is perfect, we're in his face. I think some things that we have in part can be done away. We can know for 100% certain this is the way. So I would choose that. Keep going.
When I was a child,
Well,
I
give me verse
spake as a
12.
child. Verse
Give me
12.
verse 12.
For now we see through a glass darkly, but then face to face. Now I know in part, but then shall I know even as also I am known.
Right? So even Paul is saying, if I'm sitting in the presence of Yahawashi, the one that is perfect, he could give me at least all the knowledge that I need to know, at least. The dark glass will be wiped. So I feel like if we have that opportunity, 10 minutes, Yahawashi can't wipe everything off the glass, but he could take a lot of dirt off that glass. Right? Give me Ecclesiastes 7 and 12. Ecclesiastes 7 and 12. I've seen a lot of brothers posting this.
This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 7, now at verse 12. For wisdom is a defense, and money is a defense.
So they both are defense. Read.
But the excellency of knowledge is that wisdom giveth life to them that have it.
Right? So wisdom is going to give life to them. So I think sitting with Yahawashi is the ultimate wisdom you can get. Obviously, we know keeping the commandments, you're going to get wisdom. Ask and you shall receive. Most High can give you the wisdom of Solomon, right? But in the presence of Yahawashi, I think that's just a whole nother level to me. So I have to buckle down at the 10 minutes because I think that's you're on a whole different level as a brother after you sit with Yahawashi. I think let's get this right. Let's get Exodus 34 and 29. Exodus, what I said, 34 and 29? Yeah, let's read that.
It's the book of Exodus, chapter 34, verse 29. And it reads, And it came to pass when Moses came down from Mount Sinai with the 2 tables of testimony in Moses' hand, when he came down from the mount, that Moses was not the skin of his face shown while he talked with him.
Come on.
And when Aaron and all the children of Israel saw Moses, behold, the skin of his face shone, and they were afraid to come nigh him.
So I think us in this day and age, if we got 10 minutes with Yahawashi, your presence, your visage would kind of be like Moses. You would have a totally different glow about you.
That's right.
Because you got an opportunity for Yahawashi to either say, listen, hey, you're doing this wrong, fix this. But this is the wisdom that you need for the community. This is what you need. Because we can help the community, we can do all that. But once you because first of all, you got to manage what you do with the money, right? Got to manage yourself. But then you also have to manage all the people that you get the money to. You don't know.
Right.
You may have seen 100,000 before, and you're like, I made that in a year before. But you give a brother that's only seen 50,000 a year, you give him a meal, that's a whole new lifestyle.
That's right.
And now you have to be sure he can manage this lifestyle, because Israel, we're not going now humble. Believe this. With $1 trillion, I'm going to buy a Rolls Royce. Why? I'm going to have a Rolex on. I'm going to have more jewelry than Floyd Mayweather. Yes, I am. Don't forget it. Because there's no law against me having this jewelry. There's no law against me having a Rolls Royce. So I can only imagine what the other brothers that I give the money. You don't know what temptations they could fall into. So to avoid the temptation, I gotta sit with Yahawashi to avoid the temptation. Give me Sirach 31.
Brother was gonna take the money before we said this. He was gonna
I don't want Yaquab have his theme music walking the camp.
Y'all thought I was gonna take that money. Nah, negative. Can't do it. But I get the vision. A righteous brother getting the money, I see his vision. I can see the vision, right? But I could see the temptations as well. It said, a prudent man sees the evil and gets away from it. $1 trillion is a lot of evil that can come your way, right? And when I say evil, I just mean the temptations of the flesh.
That's right.
Read that for me. Sirach 31:8.
This is the book of Sirach, chapter 31, now at verse 8. Blessed is the rich that is found without blemish.
Like you start at 6. So we're going to get to that.
Verse 6. Gold have been the ruin of many, and their destruction was present.
So gold has been the ruin of many people. Right? And it could be your destruction. That money could be your destruction. Right? I don't think, for me, I can't see a reason why Yahawashi would be mad if you chose him. I don't think Yahawashi, you took $1 trillion over me. Are you stupid? I don't think Yahawashi could say that. So I don't think choosing Yahawashi could never in any way be the wrong answer. Even if he tell you going off, it still can't be the wrong answer. But choosing $1 trillion, a lot can go wrong that way. There's a lot you could do, but there's a plethora too. As much as you could do, there's as much wrong that can come with them $1 trillion as well, as far as them fleshly temptations. Read on now. Oh yeah, you already know. You say thy cheeks are coming with, diamond out, man.
Oh,
going diamond out every tooth. Right? Go ahead,
It is a stumbling block unto them that sacrifice unto it, and every fool shall be taken therewith.
And every fool you're going to be taken with that gold, so you got to watch it. But that's for a brother that don't know how to manage it. But at the same time, Sirach is trying to warn you too that money could be a problem. Right? Read on that.
Blessed is the rich that is found without blemish.
Because, hey, you can be rich, but you got to be found without blemish. Why? Read that part again.
Blessed is the rich that is found without blemish.
Because watch this, Matthew 19:24. So the scriptures call the man that is rich a blessed. Right? You're blessed if you have the riches, but you gotta be found without the blemishes. Because hey, even in the scriptures, a rich man can help Yahawashi.
Hey, that's right.
You know that account, right? And in the tree, I'm staying with you tonight. He had the money. Probably had a nice nice crib going there. Right? Read that for me,
It's the book of Matthew, chapter 19 and verse 24. And again I say unto you.
Go up a little bit more. Read up a little bit more.
Verse 23.
Yeah.
Then said Yahawashi unto his disciples, verily I say unto you, that a rich man shall hardly enter into the kingdom of heaven.
So it's hard for that rich man to get it. That $1 trillion is gonna be hard because it's a lot of stuff coming with. The brothers that chose $1 million. I know the brothers that chose it. I do think y'all would do a lot of good with the money, but there's a lot coming with that too. There is a lot coming with that rich man spirit. There's a lot coming. Your pride is gonna be through the roof. You pulling up the camp. I can't park my Rolls Royce in no garage. I gotta have eyes on this. I bought all these chains.
It's lucky, I'm
wearing them to camp. Go ahead,
Brothers not even gonna go to camp. They're gonna be like, brothers might try to kidnap me. I'd be a liability. You gotta protect the bag, brother. I can't come to camp. Come on, y'all. You don't want to mess up the bag, right? Brothers ain't gonna come to camp without life insurance. You already know this.
Hey. And if I am coming to camp, my security, you're gonna know that I'm somebody. Because the security that's gonna be around me is gonna be insane. You're not even gonna be able to touch me. It's gonna be crazy, the security. They're gonna have to walk around. I'm gonna have my chain, everything. How am I not gonna go to camp lavish? Diamond out Rolex? No, I can't do the diamond. You gotta keep it regular. I like the regular. Chains on though, right? It's gonna be too much. You talking about a meat tree? I'm gonna have a crown on, a real gold crown.
Facts.
The brother that's around me, we crazy fly. So it's tough because that with that money, it may not happen at first, but that pride is coming.
That's right.
It's gonna be inevitable.
Elephants and stuff riding that thing.
That's the Passover. You talking about Josiah's Passover? No. You talking about King Solomon tabernacle where he was giving out bread and wine to everybody? No. This is gonna be crazy. We gonna rent a football stadium for a month and do tabernacles. Y'all get off work. Don't even worry about it. I got y'all. Whatever that was paying y'all, I'm gonna double that too. Triple it. I got y'all because I could do it. I got it. Y'all gonna come here, we're gonna do this, and we're gonna do, hey, it's a lot you're gonna be able to do with it. But the pride, I think that's gonna come with it, and temptations is gonna be a downhill battle. I don't think it's gonna be an uphill battle with that. And money don't fix everything either.
That's right.
Money don't fix everything, because if money was the choice, Yahawashi would have said, you need this amount of money to build what I got. Build this. He would have put it. You need this money here to do this, that, and the third. Right? Obviously, we need money. They already told us it was a defense. We could read Paul's letters. It said she need money to do the work.
Facts.
But he didn't say you just need an abundance to where the pride could get mingled in. That's why I would choose it not for me. I know the pride is coming. It's going to be impossible. Right? So read that scripture one more. Nakawa, give me Ecclesiastes 6:1 first. We're going to go back to Matthew 19.
This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 6, verse 1. There is an evil which I have seen under the sun, and it is common among men.
Come on.
A man to whom God hath given riches, wealth, and honor.
Come on.
So that he wanteth nothing for his soul.
You don't want, that $1 trillion, you ain't gonna want nothing. You got everything. Read.
Of all that he desireth, yet God giveth him not power to eat thereof. But a stranger eateth it.
So Most High, you could get that $1 trillion, and every dream, aspiration you had, you died. And another man ate of it. Or you get hit with an ailment. Yeah, you got the money, but I'm gonna take away something from you. Like Job, you got the money. Let's see how great his faith is for real, because that's what he told. Let's get Job, because that's what he told Job, right? The only reason Job gave him everything. Right? Let's read that.
This is the book of Job, chapter 1, verse 9.
Bring it out.
Then Satan answered Yahweh and said, doth Job fear God for naught? Has not thou made an hedge about him and about his house and about all that he hath on every side? Thou hast blessed the work of his hands, and his substance is increased in the land. But put forth thine hand now and touch all that he hath, and he will curse thee to thy face.
So you get the $1 trillion, but the Most High might put an obstacle in front of you or take something, have Satan touch you. Right. You gave him Yahweh, give me a chance at him. You gave him the $1 trillion. He chose that, you gave it to him. We're not mad at his choice, but let me see if he's really gonna serve you. Let me put some obstacles in front of him. I bet he curse you. I don't want that fight. Because listen, I work in the hospital. $1 trillion, they be rich people in there. Your babies, it don't matter how much money you got. Your baby, your mama, your grandmama, nothing can't help them.
That's right.
If they going, they going. So you got to be able to, when you weather that, Job lost all his children, everything. And then the Most High gave it back to him double. Right? So to be put in that possible situation, you got to ask yourself, are you going to be worthy with that? Or will you let the money dictate how you move, because you're gonna change. You have to. It's no way. Right, go ahead. He said diamond out fringes. That's a fact. Come on, my Zeke's gonna be have diamonds on them. Right, go ahead.
Hey, man, it's a saying. It's a saying that, like, if you forsake your health to chase riches, in the end, you're gonna forsake all your riches for your health.
That's right.
You know, because when you think about like a Steve Jobs, he would amass so much money and he was on a deathbed, and no amount of riches could save him or save any of that. But he was hit. And I'm thinking like this: if a brother can read Malachi chapter 3 and verse 6, and then another brother, we're gonna get 1 Kings chapter 8. And I'm gonna start. No, I ain't gonna do 8. First chapter 6. Malachi 3 and 6, and then the next one is 1 Kings chapter 3, and start at 11.
Count out one. This is the book of Malachi, chapter 3, verse 6. For I am Yahweh, I change not. Therefore, ye sons of Jacob are not consumed.
I'm assuming that you finished that because I got a lag.
Count out one.
Or maybe it's my internet. Can you hear me now?
Count out one.
All right. Boom. So it tell you, look, I don't change specifically for the children of Israel. That's why I don't change. So they're not consumed. So they can still grow and be alive and follow me as a people. He tells you that's why the children of Israel are not consumed, because I don't change. So I'm going to stay the same to them yesterday, today, and tomorrow. I'm going to be the same. My love for them, my desire to have them follow me and be righteous towards me, that's never going to stop. So now go over to 1 Kings chapter 3 and 11. So I'm thinking from the standpoint of this.
It's the book of 1 Kings chapter 3, starting in verse 11. And God said unto him, because thou hast asked this thing, and hast not asked for thyself long life, neither hast asked riches for thyself, nor hast asked the life of thine enemies.
You could just burn through this. Keep going.
But hast asked for thyself understanding to discern judgment.
So you see, listen, what did Solomon do? He chose the wisdom. He chose the game. He didn't choose to be the richest and get all the promise. So then what happened? Because mind you, the Lord don't change. So if Solomon made this choice and he got what he got, I might get some game to be, keep going.
Behold, I have done according to thy words. Lo, I have given thee a wise and understanding heart, so that there was none like thee before thee, neither after thee shall any arise like unto thee.
So think about it. Yahawashi, he might give you that super wise and understanding heart. Like he said, hey, you're going to do greater things than that John 14 and 12. He might give you what you need to just be the guy that gets us out of here. Or at least, hey, you might be the guy that raises the guy that gets us out of here. Cool, either one. The jersey on the wall, right? Keep going.
And I have also given thee that which thou hast not asked, both riches and honor, so that there shall not be any among the kings like unto thee all thy days.
You see, he didn't even have to ask for the riches and the honor, because the Lord didn't tell you, I bring it up and put down, I make it rich and poor. He told David, like, bro, wives and money, and brother, anything you want, I want to give thee 100-fold. And what did Yahawashi say? He says, listen, anything that you forsake from me in this life, you're going to get 100-fold in the kingdom.
That's a good point.
So you might be cracking if you can get us there and just choose the wisdom instead of the riches. You might end up getting some riches because of the wisdom. So you know what? You might be so wise because, mind you, he said, when a man's way when a man's ways please the Lord, even his enemies shall be at peace with him. And you know what? Amalek might be like, you know what? Here, take all my money, and I'll take it. You might they might start giving you the riches. You never know, just because of the wisdom that you have in bringing your people. You never know. It may not be $1 trillion, but I'll take a couple million though, right? You never because I'm telling you, it ain't too much more that you can do with $1 trillion that you can't do with like 100 million or two. For what I'm trying to do, at least.
Nah,
keep going.
I could buy that 5 times what you gonna do with that 100 million. I can do that 5 times. That's a lot of money.
But see, look, I want some land. It's gonna be some land. We're going hunting, we're going fishing, we shooting, we doing all of that cool stuff.
Yeah.
I don't need a Bentley. I'm saying that because I ain't got the Bentley, but right now I don't need no Bentley. Shit, give me a cut dog. Look, give me every Nova. Give me all the muscle cars. They just come with LSs, you know, stuff like that. I'm good. I don't need all of man. Come on, keep going. Read this out, Baba Kushal.
Verse 13. And I have also given thee which thou hast not asked, both riches and honor, so that there shall not be any among the kings like unto thee all thy days. And if thou wilt walk in my ways, to keep my statutes and my commandments, as thy father David did walk, then I will lengthen thy days.
See, I'm telling you, that legacy gonna be intact if you keep going. Because what more could you want? Look, brother Ask for Wisdom got the money, got the notoriety, got the wives. The brother had too many wives. He got what more do you want, brother? Give me the wisdom, and hopefully, now mind you, it'd be a crazy thing if Yahawashi spent 10 minutes looking at you like this. But maybe that might encourage you to get right. I don't know, but just saying. I like you said. I know it's a whole lot that could happen wrong with that trillion, but you can't picking Yahawashi. There is no wrong answer there.
Yeah, I think there's just no wrong. I like this question. Elohim's Fruitful Bull said, why is having money synonymous with pride? That's a good question. Because it doesn't have to be.
That's right.
But for a lot of people, I would even say majority, having the money just gives you access to things you didn't have before, which could make you prideful. Right now, it makes you flaunt a little bit more. It makes you boast a little bit more. Even that's why the Most High said, "Don't increase riches, don't increase women, don't increase horses," because there's a possibility. He's not saying you can't have it, but there's a possibility that pride will come from it. Because you can't be denied as a rich man. With $1 trillion, you can't deny me nowhere. I can't get in here. Matter of fact, I just buy this place.
Right, and now you get out.
Yeah, now you become undeniable, right? That's why you see most. I'm not saying a rich person can't be humble, but I'm saying pride can't come with it. He said another thing. He said, why not just hate temptation? You can. You should hate temptation now, right? However, with $1 trillion, more temptation is going to come to me.
That's right.
Hey, going to see Yahawashi for 10 minutes, hey, temptation come to you. I'm the big dog. It was me he called. That right can come. I'm the man now. Hey, all you elders now, y'all listen to me.
That's right.
I'm the one because I got to sit with him. And you probably have a right to feel that way if he expounded a lot of wisdom, bestowed a lot of wisdom upon you, right? But that pride can come there too. See, I said, Yahawashi, there's no Trinity no more. It's 4 of us now. It's us 4. You go talking crazy now. I'm behind the Holy Spirit now. Hold on, it was only 10 minutes,
You
brother.
need to get that Tazadaki spirit. Hey, I'm comfy. Give me the double ties.
God, that's right.
Yeah, no, we're not doing that. Right. So pride can come with
And,
either
no,
one.
but to that brother's point though, I don't think I'm gonna go ahead and say I'll probably be righteous with the money, bro. I would for sure would try. It's my grandkids little spoiled butt that I'm worried about. It's my baby spoiled butt who don't know what it is to struggle.
Mm-hmm.
Matter of fact, I'm gonna buy all a cup of noodles, and that's the only thing they're gonna eat. If that's what I'm doing with the trillion, I'm buying a cup of noodles. So then we're gonna have to build in struggles for them to just to be humble, or else they're not gonna get it, brother. They're gonna think you think Absalom. This brother was raised being praised. He was like, of course the kingdom is coming to me. Of course it's my time. Because all I've heard is that I'm the best, I'm the greatest son of David, yada, yada, yada. So that pride, that expectation, it poisoned him. And it's man, you got to think legacy.
Salaki, we gotta finish reading that Matthew 19.
Oh yeah, we got to go back to that
because that it puts you in a different class. And for me, and every person's judgment on this matter, whether right or wrong, indifferent. We're not condemning you if you want the trillion or if you want the 10 minutes, but you got to keep everything in perspective. To be rich, it's already hard for the life that we lived before we came into the truth to make it into the kingdom. But if I become rich, verse 23 puts me in another class. Yeah. And verse 23 reads, Matthew 19, verse 23. Then said Yahawashi unto his disciples, verily I say unto you, that a rich man shall hardly enter into the kingdom of heaven. So for me, it's hard. But if I'm rich, hey, I don't want them problems.
Mm-hmm.
I don't.
And I agree with this statement. Not true. Riches only aid. That's what we're really saying. Riches, it's gonna aid a lot of stuff.
It is.
Even kings are subject to their people. Wait, this ain't no king. This is a regular Joe that just got $1 million, $1 trillion. He don't even know what it means to be subject to people. He want everything to be in subject to himself. So you have to think too. You have to think you may see it that way, but a regular Joe Israelite with $1 trillion, that could go left fast. That could go left fast. But I would think most Israelites would try to do the right thing. I have that benefit of the doubt of my people. They would try to, even though the scriptures go against my benefit of the doubt, because it said a rich man is hard for him to get the kingdom of heaven. I would think in the beginning he would try their best, him or her, to do right by the nation and the people. They would try their best. I would hope so. But like that brother said, it's going to aid a lot. And you got to be able to withstand it. That's all I'm saying. Whatever you choose, you got to be able to withstand. So finish that scripture out, Matthew 19, 23, 24 all the way through.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 19, verse 23. Then said Yahawashi unto his disciples, verily I say unto you, that a rich man shall hardly enter into the kingdom of heaven. And again I say unto you, it is easier for a camel to go through the eye of a needle than for a rich man to enter into the kingdom of God.
Mm-hmm. That's right. So it's easier for a camel to get through that little needle than a rich man get through, right? Because even the rich man that gave everything he had, right? Who was found more worthy? The sister that gave a penny. Because she gave all she had. Even that pride, I can't give everything. I cannot. Even us today feel that way. I just got my check. I cannot give. I can only give this little bit, even though you know deep down inside you for sure can give more. You only gonna give this right here, right? So even that rich man, with all his giving, he's still gonna have to go through them trials of that rich man. Even the poor man, he gonna have trials.
That's right.
Everybody gonna have them.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Go ahead, Aaron.
And you know the wisdom behind that verse, why he specifically said that. If you could share your screen and Google "Eye of a Needle Gate in Jerusalem," because in the entry to the gate in the marketplace in Jerusalem is called Eye of a Needle. And in order to get your camels through, you have to take all the bags off of your camel, put it on his knees, and guide it through, and then load your bags back on. So you couldn't steal. You couldn't just load it up and be up out of there, right? What? Just Google. It's an article. It comes up. I just made sure it comes up.
God.
Google "Eye of a Needle Gate in Jerusalem."
What article you want?
You can the first from the Guardian, Classic Theology. Either one. Just Google it, and we can just get the passage that shows in the preface in Google. You see, because it was an actual gate, so that's why he used that analogy, right? Boom. So no, go right. There were two. Just go back to Google because this article we'll have to find. Go up, scroll up. Oh, yours don't show. No, it said "Eye of a Needle Gate in." You got to type in Jerusalem. Boom. So, yep. Go. That's what I want to show. Go up, scroll up. No, scroll up. Scroll up. I just want to show this part because this gets the point. You see, it was an actual gateway in Jerusalem. Since camels were heavily loaded with goods and riders, they would need to be unloaded in order to pass through. Therefore, the analogy is that a rich man would similarly, I hate that word, unload his material possessions in order to enter heaven. So you see, it was an actual gate. So that's why he said that. You know what I mean? So when you think about it, yeah, you rich, and it's not impossible, but you're going to really have to humble yourself and take off all the pride and stuff that comes with the riches. Get on your knees and be led through with humility. And it's very, very hard to do that if you're rich. Not impossible, but just people who are rich have a certain proclivity to be arrogant, to have all of that leaven that comes with the riches. So that's just a cool thing to know when you read this. It was an actual gate that which camels have to get on their knees and take all the goods off, and then once you pass through, then you can have them in. Then you can put your goods on it and ride off.
Mm-hmm. Good point. Hey, let's go to 1 Timothy chapter 6. I think Elohim's fruitful. I think he's making a different point. We're not on the same frequency. I see what he's saying, but I think we're making two different points. Because we understand as rich people, we understand everything, but I think he's making a different point than what we're actually talking about. Because obviously the righteous man, he's going to have to do these things. That's what we already established. The righteous man is going to have to, but also that righteous man he's gonna have to go through the dealing with pride with the money, and also dealing with the temptations that come with it. And every person is not the same. See, you could be a rich person and I got the money, but I don't need all that extra. That's not everybody though. Some people want the extras. And guess what? For the person that wants the extras, there's nothing wrong with that either. There's nothing wrong with that, right? They said my perspective has never been me being rich, but it's gonna have to be. So to throw that money into the community trade, you're gonna have to. But That's a lot of people on the payroll, but you're gonna have to.
And look, brother, you might. Hey, I believe you would try to your best to do the righteous thing, but you know
That's right.
some wicked jakes, boy. It be or don't let a chocolate covered Edomite come in there. He gonna try to finesse you, and look, he ain't even gonna focus on you. He gonna focus on your children, so that way when you die, the children just gonna look to him to create all type of wickedness, and that's what we're saying. You might gotta account for it. But if there's a way to insulate this money and have it so that it's done righteously, heck yeah.
Yeah. Hey, because listen, that $1 trillion, and Elohim, they already said they're gonna choose Yahawashi anyways. So he's just giving the other side. He kind of playing devil's advocate how I was doing earlier, which I like. But that $1 trillion, I be saying, like, forget the wicked person. Even the righteous person could fall with that $1 trillion. You could fall. You could fall tremendously. Because that's just a lot of, you ain't never seen that. Like it's a lot of stuff you're not going to be able, I'm not going to be able to be denied with that kind of money. A lot of the things that you want, there's a lot of stuff you're not going to be able to be denied from. And that could cause you to be doing that, going down a spinning drain. Right? Let's read that verse 8.
This the book. It's the book of 1 Timothy chapter 6, starting in verse 7.
Verse 6.
Verse 6. But godliness with contentment is great gain.
So sometimes godliness with contentment is great gain. So for me, I'm gonna stay content and go holler at Yahawashi for 10 minutes. Bow down all the way. I don't even gotta salute you because you're desaluted. You know what I'm saying? I don't even gotta salute you. Right? Brace with a hug or something, Lord willing. Right? Maybe some of his virtue rubs off on me. Right? But I'm gonna stay content and take your house. Shall I read on?
For we brought nothing into this world, and it is certain we can carry nothing out.
That's right. Even though the $1 trillion, hey, that's gonna help me tremendously and the truth. I can see a lot that I could do for the truth and my family, my loved ones, the sick, a lot. You could take care of every family almost in the truth with that money. Right? You give 50,000 people $1 million, that's 50 million. You still got a too much money left. Right? Go ahead, Art.
And having food and raiment, let us be therewith content.
And do what?
Let us be therewith content.
I'm gonna stay content, man, and go say what up to Yahawashi. Read.
But they that will be rich fall into temptation and a snare.
That's why we're saying that. Not because riches is a synonym or synonymous, like a synonymous with being prideful, but Paul even said it, right? But they that will be rich fall into temptation and a snare. And that's really talking about the man that's chasing riches too, right? You definitely can apply that. The man that's chasing the riches, right? Just seeking to be rich, right? You can fall into temptation and snares. But even being rich, you can fall into temptation and snares, just like the poor. Both. But riches is obviously more because you have access to more. When I'm poor, I don't have access to too much, right? Read on.
And into many foolish and hurtful lusts.
Many what?
Foolish and hurtful lusts.
Come on.
Which drown men in destruction and perdition.
So that money could drown you, man, and lead you to destruction. Not saying it will, but that's the reason why I'm not choosing it. Right? I'll be content with what I get. I got food and raiment. Right? I got a whip. Read on. Go ahead.
What you gonna say to the brother that be like, hey, brother, the Lord gave you that money. The Lord gave you that money for Israel, so I'm entitled to some. Brother, the Lord didn't give you that to hoard. What does scripture say about those? You bury your talent, you hoarding that? You need to buy all. Hey, that's I own some of that. Divide it in 144,000 and give me my cut.
Of course, brother's gonna come with their hands stretched out.
Hey, I just need my student loans paid for. Hey, if I know you and you got the $1 trillion, hey, run me that, or I need a fade. Simple.
Yeah. That's what we'll need, an Israelite university. We're gonna need all that. We need some place to teach our children everything. That thing, that thing could be nice, man.
God.
It could be nice if it get in the right person's hands, and they got the people first. That thing could be nice. It could be nice, right? Read on that.
Con out of one.
Oh, that's a fact. I said, hey, Eve coming. Brothers don't have too many wives. This is what it is. You're gonna be trying to outdo Solomon. Read on.
Con out of one. For the love of money is the root of all evil. While some coveted after, they have erred from the faith and pierced themselves through with many sorrows.
Right. So this is obviously talking about the love of money. Covenant after means you're chasing solely after the money. So I wouldn't even say this scripture would apply to the person that's wanting $1 trillion. I wouldn't say it would apply to him because he could do righteous with the money. But this is talking about the man that's just chasing after it. But I think verse 7, or really 6 to 9, those scriptures could apply, right? On why I didn't choose, why I chose Yahawashi 10 minutes, man. Right. Even if he said, haven't you not read? I have. I don't want. That's why I'm here, to be with you. That's why I'm right here with you. I knew that I was choosing you. Right. That's why I'm right here with you. Right.
That's a lot. That's going back to that woman. Remember, she gave her oil to anoint him and said, hey, watch out, let her do her thing. She's anointed. She chose me. You see? You said she done a greater work. Hey, let her anoint me, homie. Oh, he might say the same thing. Hey, you chose me.
Yeah, that could be like that. What if that's your? Yeah. You already know. You are. Come on, they're going to outdo Solomon. Come on, come on. 1 trillion. Come on. Why not? The scripture said, "Be fruitful and multiply."
Facts.
I'm gonna start a baby kingdom with my own.
Facts. I'm not gonna lie.
It's gonna be crazy. Y'all brothers got any other takes on it? There was a scoffer in here. I did want to address him. His comments way low. He was saying, prove Yahawashi was in the Old Testament. And he said Isaiah 53 was talking about Israel, which doesn't make sense. Let's just go to Isaiah 53 real quick if he's still here.
To explain Micah 5 and 2.
That's a very good one, Nike. That's always a good one. This is what I like to do with people that say Isaiah 53 is talking about Israel. Okay, let's do the exercise then. Let's start at 6. No, let's start at 5. They like 5.
Come out of one. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 53, beginning at verse 5.
All right. Now, every time you see the word he, I want you to replace it with Israel. Because if he is Israel, then we could do that, right? If Isaiah 53 is talking about Israel, then the he has to be Israel every time. Let's read.
But he was wounded for our
he is going to be Israel, but Israel now replace it.
But Israel was wounded for our transgressions.
So Israel is going to be wounded for Israel's transgression. Okay, come on.
Israel was bruised for our iniquities.
And Israel is going to be bruised for our iniquities. Okay. I could walk with you a little bit. Come on.
The chastisement of Israel's peace was upon Israel.
Yes, so the chastisement of Israel's peace is now upon Israel now. Okay. You're losing me now. That verse lost me a little bit, but okay, come on.
And with Israel's stripes, Israel are healed.
So with Israel's stripes, we're going to be healed the same way. All right, all right, go ahead.
All Israel, like sheep, have gone astray.
I agree. Come on.
Israel hath turned every one to his own way.
Mm-hmm.
And Yahweh hath laid on Israel the iniquity of us all.
So yeah, the Most High has laid the iniquity on Israel. That one kind of got confusing too. Keep going though. Matter of fact, jump to verse 7.
Israel was oppressed,
Mm-hmm.
and Israel was afflicted.
Yes, we were. Read.
Yet Israel opened not his mouth.
Oh, wait a minute. Israel was always opening their mouth now.
God.
What you got, Ron?
I'm pretty sure even Solomon says Israel's going to sigh and cry to the Lord in our captivity. Then you're going to hear them, and we will bethink ourselves and sigh and cry to the Lord and make supplication to the Lord, right? So how you explain that?
Yeah, that's tricky there. Read on, because we still opening our mouth. What we say every day. Damn, I want to get out of this captivity, boy. I just want this captivity to be over. I'm tired of going through it. Read on.
Israel is brought as a lamb to the slaughter,
mm-hmm.
and as a sheep before her shearers is dumb. So Israel opened not his mouth.
Come on.
Israel was taken from prison and from judgment.
Mm-hmm.
And who shall declare Israel's generation?
Come on.
For Israel was cut off out of the land of the living.
Oh, really? Come on.
For the transgression of my people was Israel stricken.
Huh. Okay. Keep going.
And Israel made his grave with the wicked.
Read.
And with the rich in his death.
Because
Israel had done no violence.
Wait a minute. When did Israel ain't do no violence? Israel ain't do no violence. Go to Hosea 4:1, Asher Allah, real quick.
Hey, bro. You did.
But they're gonna come. They're talking about righteous Israel. Well, it don't say that.
Shalaki, I'm there, Alderman.
Read that.
It's the book of Hosea, chapter 4, verse 1. Hear the word of the Lord, ye children of Israel.
Mm-hmm.
For the Lord hath a controversy with the inhabitants of the land.
So let's see the controversy that the Most High has.
Because there is no truth, nor mercy, nor knowledge of God in the land.
Mm-hmm.
By swearing and lying,
mm-hmm.
killing.
And what?
And killing.
And killing. Wait a minute. They said thought Israel did no violence. Keep going.
And stealing.
Mm-hmm.
And committing adultery.
Yep.
They break out, and blood toucheth blood.
And blood touches blood. So y'all following yet with that one? I can't follow it. Go back to Isaiah 53. Keep going.
So can we get one more, Hosea?
Of course. Bring it out.
Since we're there, get Hosea 8 and 13.
God, this is the book of Hosea, chapter 8 and verse 13. They sacrifice flesh for the sacrifices of mine offerings and eat it.
So Israel was killing people, sacrificing their flesh and eating it themselves. That sounds pretty violent to me. Right? Keep going.
But the Lord accepteth them not. Now will he remember their iniquity and visit their sins. They shall return to Egypt.
So they shall return unto slavery, right? Again, but this is showing and prove that we know that Israel was violent and it was going off into wickedness. Where is that applied here in 53?
Mm-hmm. Hold on, now they're gonna say, but violence was not in that verse. Go to Jeremiah 6. You know how they get out. You know how they get. You know how they get out. See, it's that violence. Y'all just talking about scenarios of violence. No. Jeremiah 6, read verse 6.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 6, verse 6. For thus saith Yahweh of hosts, Salakia, for thus hath Yahweh of hosts said, hew ye down trees and cast them out against Jerusalem. This is the city to be visited. She is holy oppression in the midst of her. As a fountain casteth out her waters, so she hath casted out wickedness.
So this is talking about the wickedness of Jerusalem. Read.
Violence and spoil is in her.
So there you have it. Violence and spoil is in her, but I thought there'd be no violence. Go back to that verse. Let's read it again. Let's make sure we read that right. Isaiah 53.
Another one.
Verse 9.
Verse 9. And Israel made his grave with the wicked and with the rich in his death, because Israel had done no violence.
Come on.
Neither was any deceit in his mouth.
Now, the Most High was always calling us liars.
Precept.
Go ahead.
This is the book of Zephaniah, chapter 3, verse 4.
Bring it out.
Her prophets are light and treacherous persons. Her priests have polluted the sanctuary. They have done violence to the law.
Yeah. That's a good one. That's a good one. So they was even, you can't get away. Let's keep going. Let's maybe we'll see his point. He got 2 more verses left.
One.
When you get somebody that says Isaiah 53 is talking about, this is the exercise you take them through, and you don't even have to cut them. Just allow them to say yes to every time you say. So you sure it's talking about Israel? That's all you got to do, and just let the audience decide, because there's no way. Are you sure? Yeah, that's definitely Israel. Okay, thou sayest, but it don't sound like it. Go ahead,
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 53, now in verse 10. Yet it pleased Yahweh to bruise Israel. Israel hath put him to grief. When thou shalt make Israel's soul an offering for sin, Israel shall see his seed. Israel shall prolong his days, and the pleasure of Yahweh shall prosper in his hand.
Now he might could try to get away with that, but the verses above didn't collaborate with what you're doing. Read on.
Israel shall see the travail of his soul, and shall be satisfied. By Israel knowledge shall my righteous servant justify many.
So Israel's gonna be the righteous servant to justify many, huh? That still ain't. I can't walk with it. Like, I see what they trying to do, but you cannot walk with that understanding. Keep going, Knox. So they're gonna say we didn't read the whole thing. There's one more verse. Read on.
For Israel shall bear their iniquities.
So Israel's gonna bear their iniquities. Come on.
Therefore, I will divide Israel a portion with the great, and Israel shall divide the spoil with the strong, because Israel hath poured out his soul unto death.
When? Read.
And Israel was numbered with the transgressors.
Wait a minute. We already knew that. We signed up for that in the curses. Read on.
And Israel bare the sin of many.
So when did Israel bear someone's sins? They might get tricky. Oh, we bear the sins of our forefathers. That's why we're in the curses. You see that? See, that's how you got to scoff yourself. You got to be quick with scoffing yourself. Don't just think that they don't have a response. You got to scoff yourself. That's a scoff. Well, we could deal with that. It's easy, right? Read on.
And made intercession for the transgressors.
And Israel is an intercessor now. Nah, I can't. You can't. I don't think you can rock with that understanding. It's not even a smooth read when you transition the words. Like it does not make sense. So Isaiah 53 has to be talking about a specific individual, and we're gonna say that's Yahawashi Hamashiach, man. Whether you like it, understand it, believe it or not, man.
That's right.
Right? Y'all boys got any other points?
Con, let's get Micah 5 and 2, Bar4Bar.
Bring it out.
One brother get Micah 5 and 2, and then the next brother give me Colossians 1 and 16. Or sure, Matthew 2 and 6 too.
Yeah.
Shalaki, I have Micah.
Give me Micah, and then give me Bar4Bar on Matthew 2 and 16.
It's the book of Micah, chapter 5, and verse 2. But thou, Bethlehem, Ephratah, though thou be little among the thousands of Judah, yet
Now
out of thee.
So like we're gonna break this down slowly. He's talking in the city, Bethlehem. Although you wanted many cities in the land of Judah, though they'll be small, right?
Yet out of thee shall come forth unto me that is to be ruler in Israel.
Who, if this is not Yahawashi, who was born in Bethlehem? David was not, because that's what they try to say. They try to say, oh, this talking about David. Who was born in Bethlehem? That's ruler out of Israel. Because we're not in the land no more. So if it's not talking about Yahawashi, is it you saying that Amalek and Esau is the people there? Because that's the only way. Who else was born in Bethlehem? Keep going.
Whose goings forth have been from of old, from everlasting. Therefore will he give them up until the time that she which travaileth.
So no, you can stop right there. So think about it. If you can give me that real quick in Matthew 2 and 16 for Bethlehem, and then Colossians 1 and 16 for everlasting.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 2, now at verse 16. Then Herod, when he saw that he was mocked of the wise men, was exceeding wroth, and sent forth, and slew all the children that were in Bethlehem.
And where?
In Bethlehem.
Why? Go up to verse 1. Why did he slew the children that were in Bethlehem? Go to verse 1.
Verse 1. Now when Yahawashi was born in Bethlehem of Judea in the days of Herod the king.
Yahawashi was born in the city of Bethlehem in Judea. That was which. So who else was born in the city of Bethlehem in Judea that is supposed to lead us? That Michael talked about. So that's one. You're done right there. But it's okay. So we got the Bethlehem out the way. But it said who's going forth has been everlasting and everlasting. That's what they also try to say too. Give me Colossians 1 and 16.
Bring it out.
This is the book of Colossians, chapter 1 and verse 16. For by him were all things created, that are in heaven and that are in earth, visible and invisible, whether they be thrones or dominions or principalities or powers. All things were created by him and for him.
Now think about it. If this is what Yahawashi, he had to have been from before, everlasting before to everlasting to even create these. This is all thrones. Everything was created. We know because the Lord does all things in general. All right. So don't try to get wicked, y'all. But you know what I'm saying? He sent Yahawashi to do all this. Why? Because his going forth has been from everlasting to everlasting. He did it before and he's going to do it in the future. So if it's not Yahawashi, show me who in the Old Testament fits both of these conditions in Micah 5:2. It's over.
Silence. It's over with. It's gonna be over with. Right.
Yeah.
One dropped off.
It's like I think I don't want to drop out here.
They kicked me out. I'm back though. Right. So all praises, man. Y'all brothers got anything else?
La.
No, I pray. So I hope everybody was edified with a few scriptures. You know, this ultimately, this really doesn't matter, right? This is just a good question. I saw the brother say, hey, go watch the brother's card too, man. They did an excellent video on it too.
That's right.
So make sure you go check them out. Them brothers doing excellent work, man. Make sure you tune into the new videos that's coming out. Tuning into the lives that we got. Truth Tuesday, C4N, obviously Sabbath class Friday, then Bar4Bar, right? It's a lot of them things coming up, right? Hey, let's keep pushing that plow, man. Don't look back. That's the spirit we got to be in, man. Keep pushing the plow and don't look back, man. There's nothing behind you, right? So with that, I'm Captain Yaquab.
Captain Haran.
Soldier Nakawasha.
Soldier Shirallah.
It is another episode of the Bar4Bar. It is our heart's prayer desire for Israel that they might be saved. Shalom.
Shalom, fam.
The truth, you know. Hey, yo, you recording? You recording? All praises.
It's time to rise up. No more being lazy. Cause when you know the truth, that's when they call you crazy. See, round here, it ain't all gravy. Some people rhyme with scraps, and it's all safety. They say what goes around comes around. I guess that's why some of my enemies don't come around. I speak the truth in every bar. And it's a light in every star. Let's wake up and realize who we are. Why? Because there's blood behind every scar. Look, the Jews were black, it's written in the book. They say you wanna hide something from a black man and put it in the book. Hey, but that's just how it is. It's sad, but that's just how it is. But we get blamed for the way we live, but they never blame the ones that taught it to us. It's just a life cycle, but I'm just trying to be the best, just like Michael. It's been a lot of blood, sweat, and tears. Where I come from, you gotta put away your fears. Only a few wanna see you up, but most people wanna see you down. That's why my smile it turned to a frown. When you a king, you deserve a crown. It's all praises to the Most High. I'ma keep His commandments till I die. I know sometimes we like to ask why, but I learned that you gotta let the Lord work. He do it. I know I'm here for a reason. Damn, they killing for no reason. Yeah, it's been a bloody season. My people constantly fighting demons. See, I appreciate everything. All the love, all the hate, I mean everything. Giving wisdom to my offspring. We laced up like shoestrings. Just putting on for the home team. They'll try to block your shine like sunscreen. They will. Yeah. Hey, don't mind me just giving wisdom to my offsprings. Hey, let's keep the holy days, and stay away from old ways, Let's keep the holy days, and stay away from old ways. Let's keep the holy days, and stay away from old ways. Let's keep the holy